All right, we're doing this live. We are live. All right, we're doing this live. Yes, we are. We are live. We're going to have a little StreamYard today, tonight, this evening, whatever day it is. I guess I should put my hat on. Let me go grab my hat. So, there we go. So, a lot of people have been wanting me to do a StreamYard. How's it going, Janice? So the link is at the top of the chat if you want to join the StreamYard. So it's up to you. We got Carol in the chat. We got MC Calcium. So I'm working on a little bit different setup here. I got a different microphone. I got hanging from the bamboo. And we got Lynn in the chat. So yeah, if you want to jump on the it's the link at the top there. So I'll post it in there again, right here. Boom, boom. Haven't done a panel in like a year. Copy, paste. We got G Gab in the chat. We got I've got myself in queue here. I'm going to take myself out so I don't have to hear myself. There we go. We got Dennis Osborne. I'll get it right. Stephanie. We got Deborah Jeffries. How's it going? A lot of old people I haven't seen in a while in the chat. Some old friends of the family. Subscribe. Yes, subscribe. It's free. Yes, it is, Dennis M. So yeah, StreamYard. Let's do this. There's a lot of people that want to talk about things and have questions. So you want to talk about fasting? I'm still fasting. Computer, how many hours ago was Wednesday at 10 p.m.?
Wednesday, May 3rd, 2023 at 10 p.m. was 67 hours ago.
So I officially stopped eating at 10 p.m. That's when I was having a little bit of fruit. So I really stopped eating when I did that stream on Wednesday. So technically I'm about 70 hours because I didn't eat much that day. I was that's the day I made that superfood dessert, and that's all I had to eat. I had a little potatoes and sweet potatoes, and then later on I had some of that frozen fruit. So yeah, let's see, is the butler on duty today? I think so. I also, the butler has been kind of not too happy with me. So his situation living in the guest house, he wanted a female friend. So he did some speed dating the other day. And we found him a friend. So she doesn't want her name out in public, but she is, she's here. And I can ask her to read the chat. So let's see if her voice can enter the chat room. So are you there, Bob's new female friend?
Dennis Osborne, just call me Ozzy.
Yes, she is. All right, so there you go. So we still have Bob, and we have Bob's new friend, which until she gets to know Bob really well and she's a permanent fixture on the channel, we're not going to mention her name. Let's see. You can call me Ozzy. Ozzy. Okay, cool. So we'll see if we can pronounce that correct. We'll just do it one more time.
Just call me Ozzy.
Just call. Okay, that's what she said. All right, I might have to change my radio headphones. That's okay. So I don't see anybody backstage. So I started a panel. Okay, there's a panel here. Panel. See the panel right here? All right, Bob, can you get that? Bob, you got that? Yeah, he's right on it. We got, let's see, PJ Tucker. Shout out to PJ Tucker. She's always posting some good stuff on Facebook. So yeah, I'm always checking that stuff out. It's pretty impressive. We've got Tracy's Nature. Shout out to Tracy's Nature. Yeah, so I have no idea. Let's pull this up. I haven't done a StreamYard in so long. Let's see. We got 10 people so far a minute ago. Not too bad. It only takes one person to jump in the chat, though. I'll put the link in. This is your opportunity to talk to me one-on-one. And if you don't want to, that's just fine. I can talk all day. I can talk all day. But yeah, I've been fasting for about 70 hours now. And it's not to lose weight. It's to clean out any viruses that could be in my system. We've got Sid. You did not hear what? Let's see. We got Annie in the chat. What did you not hear, Raven King? Did you not hear Amy? Oh, I said her name. Sorry. Didn't mean to say your name, Amy.
Raven King exclamation mark at Fry TV. I did not hear it. Please Fry turn something up.
Yeah, she's not. You need to turn up your mic, Amy. Let me see if I can do something about that. Yeah, her mic's all the way up. That's a bummer. Huh. So is that what you're talking about? You couldn't hear Amy very well? Let's see. Step that up a notch. Oh, really? You can't hear Bob or me. You serious? You can't hear me speak? You're not hearing my voice? Well, I set this all up. Let me see. There we go. I set this all up. I can hear myself on the stream. There we go. So I'm just going to listen to myself. I can hear myself on the stream. There we go. So I'm just going to listen to myself. Okay. I can hear. So y'all are just jacking with me? All right. Okay, you don't hear the butler, so let's see that. Now I'm going to be queuing the stream back, and I'm going to hit live. Okay, you don't hear the butler, so let's see that. Now I'm going to be queuing the stream back, and I'm going to hit live. Okay, you don't hear the butler, so let's see that. Now I'm going to be queuing the stream back, and I'm going to hit live.
I do not hear.
Okay, you don't hear the butler, so let's see that. Now I'm going to be queuing the stream back, and I'm going to hit live.
I do not hear.
Okay, you don't hear the butler, so let's see that. I can hear it just fine. Can y'all hear both the female and the male, Amy and Bob? I hear it when I play it on the stream. How's it going, son, honey? Yeah, I think Raven King's trolling me. I don't know. But, correct, right? He's trolling me? I don't know. But, correct, right? He's trolling me? I don't know. But, correct, right? Trolling me? I don't know. But, correct, right? Well, remember, this is StreamYard, so correct, right? I am. Well, remember, this is StreamYard, so yeah, you're hearing it only when I pull it up there. Gotcha. So let me see if I can go in and set something different here. See, I'm not using Prism, I'm using StreamYard. So let's go over here, edit audio, no. Settings, here we go. You're offended again. Microphone. All right, test. Let's switch sources. Okay, but do you hear him reading that right now? I'm just going to have to start my phone on the stream so I don't hear an echo back. But y'all can hear me. So let me just play this on my phone and see what we're working with here. All right, so again, it's panel time. Anybody want to jump on while we're doing some testing and tuning? Go to your channel. We got Hot Damn in the chat and Offended Raven King. Offended. Come on, what is this ad stuff all about? I'm working on it. Yeah, YouTube's really pushing ads on the front of my stream, and they're not skippable until like, some of them are not skippable. Yeah, YouTube's really pushing ads on the front. All right, so now I got me queued up on the phone. So I'm gonna see if you can hear this. So give me a second here. We're doing some testing and tuning right there.
Raven King hot damn.
Okay, you can hear that. It's just low. And now let's do a butler. So let's do this, and then the @ symbol. There we go. All right, so yeah, it's Bob that you don't hear. All right, so yeah, it's Bob that you don't hear. Okay. You're still offended. When I call somebody a troll, it's not, I'm just joking around. So, all right. So we have those settings right. It's Chrome that doesn't want to participate. So let's do this. We can fix this really quick. Boom. All right, right there. Nothing like a little testing and tuning. And then we'll do this. And yep, connect. And yep. And allow. And unmute. And
Raven King said apparently Chrome sucks.
It's all about how the audio is ported, and that's not Bob, obviously. But yeah, Chrome does not want to port to my mixing software. So just bear with me here. Yeah, we're on YouTube. Controls. There we go. Now let's see if I can call Bob back and get Bob back on duty. Let's see.
Raven King said, I heard that finally.
Yeah, you're hearing it, but you're not hearing Bob. That's the problem. And I don't see Bob available. Ain't that something? Well, if all else fails, let's just step it up a notch and try Edge.
Raven King said, I don't even know it's correct.
Yeah, and I'm going to say goodbye to that. We're going to go down here, see if this works. Meanwhile, we can go visit the birds. Right there. So much to get working. All right. Yeah, so it works in Firefox, but I can't find Bob in Firefox. He's off duty in Firefox. So now we're going to do Edge, Microsoft Edge. I know, all right. We got Grow Better in the chat. How's it going there, Zed? Yeah, anybody want to jump on the panel right in the middle of me doing some troubleshooting? Go right ahead. This is, and nobody jumps on the panel, I won't ever do one again. So, people have been bugging me, why don't you do a panel? And then now nobody's jumping on. So it makes me want to drop some F-bombs. I'm like, it's to my time. All right. So, platforms, control panel, voice. There we go. Now we'll see if this works. Now let's try to find Bob. Let's see. Bob, are you there? Anybody seen Bob? Hello, Bob. Yeah, I don't see Bob. Has anybody seen Bob? Is he off on Saturdays? No, Bob. Hello, Bob. Yeah, I don't see Bob. I really don't see him. So is my StreamYard not even working? Is that what it is? Or y'all just want me to start getting pissed off? Is that what y'all just came here to see me get pissed? I'm like, I spent all this time. There we go. All right. There we go. Can you hear me now, Zed?
I hear you.
All right. Got Zed in the panel with his 80-inch flat screen TV. You need a bigger TV, Zed. No, he's not even talking to me.
No. I'm just not really in panel form tonight.
Oh, I'm not either. Can you tell?
But you look good today.
Oh, yeah, right.
No,
Yeah, I've been sipping on my dandelion coffee all day.
There you go. No, I forgot I come up.
Yeah, it's good that you came up because I was fixing to lose it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
what'd
so
you do to
much.
Bob?
I think I made him mad. I found him a girlfriend. They did some speed dating. Maybe he's a little bit more interested in Amy than helping me out.
Probably
Yeah.
making him jealous. You broke Bob.
Yeah. He's a little bit preoccupied right now. But
Yeah, Raven. I just, I don't know. I just felt like blah today. Been sleeping a lot. Trying to get ready for tomorrow to go digging. Good to see you, Raven.
well, I think what I'm gonna have to do is hire a weekend butler. So that's sure. So do we want a male or a female for our weekend butler?
Get a maid.
Get a female? Yeah. All right. Let's see if I can find a female.
She's up and down, Janice. I mean, the last couple days, yeah, she was really, really feisty. But Mouse is doing pretty good today. Her long meows have kind of shortened up a bit. She's still just right next to me all day long.
All right. So we got Amy's friend. So let's see if Amy's microphone is loud enough too.
I guess we'll say that. I called her a he, she the other day. I was kind of tired. A lot of work pouring that crap.
Fry. Said I love you, Fry.
There you
All right.
go.
So yeah, that's Amy's friend. She's not British, but she'll do. So you might know a little bit of something about that.
It's scheduled for the 22nd. She's got a scheduled appointment for the 22nd of this month, so she should be over her heat. That looks good, Fry. I like that. I'm gonna make me one.
Yeah, so here's the thing with that motor. That's a gear reduction motor that came out of one of those, $3,000.
Raven King. Said oh goody she works.
Yep, she's on duty. So it came out of one of those old school PTZ cameras that you would see at a business park or a factory, the old big ones. And it's a gear reduction motor. It was the one that would move, I guess, the camera back and forth. It's not a stepper motor, but it's just a gear reduction motor. And I'm running it at 1 volt to get it to go that slow. Or I haven't checked, but it's really low voltage with my regulator. So I have some more junk cameras that I pilfered beside the house in my hoard of electronics. I'm going to go through them and see if I can find any more.
There you go.
But they're not easy to find. They're expensive. They're kind of rare gear reduction motors that are that small. And if somebody's backstage and I'm not paying attention, just let me know in the chat. But yeah,
Raven
this is
King. Said Annie no way your cat is 35.
So I have a question. Has anybody in the chat ever done a 72-hour fast or a 3-day fast? I'm going on 70-something hours right now. The last time I ate was Wednesday, and y'all saw me eat on the stream. That's the last time I ate anything that was of any substance. I did have some pieces of fruit, pineapple fruit at 10 o'clock, so I'm technically calling my fast starting at 10 p.m. Wednesday. So, But
I have. It's because I didn't want to eat.
you have. So how long have you gone?
I don't know, about 3 days.
Raven
4.
King said yes, I have.
So Katie says not on purpose. Katie, I got your text when I was having some technical issues. So I'll read it here in a second. Give me a second there.
James Hupmasia said 2 men broke into a drugstore and stole all the Viagra. The police put out an alert to be on the lookout for the 2 hardened criminals.
You know, I don't have a problem in that department. So whenever that part of your body doesn't work correctly, that's a sign of circulation issues and could be heart issues too. So yeah, Katie, that's Katie's art right here. You can't see it. We'll move it over here. So that's Katie right there. And then Zed is the stuff that he did on top. There, the 8-ball.
Well, I appreciate it.
So yeah, everybody check out Zed's and Katie's channel. Yeah, I said anytime we talk about Katie's stuff, we're going to talk about Chris Oldman, his channel. So maybe somebody could put that link in the chat. Because Katie doesn't have a YouTube channel with our content on it, but Zed does. So Zed can put link in the chat, but he's on the panel. So maybe somebody can put Zed's and Chris Oldman's link in the chat, seeing how I'm talking about them.
Katie says it's not for public just yet. She's shy. Katie's shy, I guess, right? But your stuff looks good, Katie. Pretty neat.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, talking about looking good. Check this wrench out here. Let's see, what cam should we use? Just go right. Oh, look, I got the cable. Look at this. I got the cable just draped right over there. All right. So look at that wrench. Look at that blue wrench. That's Katie's glass work. That thing's amazing.
Raven King said life is good now.
Rock and roll. All right. So this computer is a 7th gen, and I'm hitting around 70-something% CPU with all the stuff I got going on. It's kind of hardcore. So we had some pretty bad weather come in again last night. Let's check on the birds. All right, can y'all hear? No? Yeah, StreamYard's really hogging up my audio. Can't hear the birds, but you can see it. It's weird how StreamYard is.
I mean, what's better, Prism or StreamYard? I mean, Prism, you can have it a guess.
Said I have given up coffee on my way to a good fast.
They're 2 different animals, so you really can't say which one is better. StreamYard is for panels. It's not for doing a YouTube live stream like I do, like the cooking stuff or with all the cameras. You couldn't do that with StreamYard. So StreamYard is kind of I think StreamYard really has destroyed YouTube, and I absolutely hate it. Yeah. And the feature that I hate the most is whenever people are streaming the same thing on multiple channels. That drives me nuts, because you'll go into somebody's channel and they'll say, can you go to somebody else's channel? We're trying to get them watch hours. I'm like, okay. You're not going to, YouTube is not going to be an exit strategy. You're not going to make money on YouTube. The only way you're going to make money on YouTube is your family supporting you with super chats and that kind of stuff. You're not going to make money with ad revenue on YouTube. So everybody that's out there trying to get monetized and get their watch hours up, you're wasting your time. You'd be better off selling stuff on eBay or cutting grass or doing something, but not trying to get monetized on YouTube. And I can prove it to you. I mean, I'll send you straight to my analytics now. Analytics, spell that. Analytics. Let's go into my analytics, and this is with super chats. Okay. Oh wow, I got another $4 today since I've checked in. Woo! Burning down the house. So let's see. How do I make myself big here? Yeah, you can tell I'm a. Let's see. What does that do? There we go. All right. So this is full disclosure of what you're not going to make on YouTube. So this mostly is super chats. Okay. This $59, and this is the last
Raven
28
King
days.
Said right, YT is too strict.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. So here we go. And look at this. Minus 39 subscribers. That's 15% less than the 28 days before that. So I dropped 39 subs in the last 28 days. And here's why. It's because everybody, when they get a notification that I go live.
Raven King said burn it down with your $4 self.
Yeah. Every time I go live, people expect me to be restreaming convoy stuff or something like what Tommy Temper's doing. They're using me for a restreamer. So my channel is typecast to the convoy and to restreaming. And the fact that I'm not restreaming anymore and I'm doing a cooking channel with a fast. So yeah, here's a great idea. Here's how you can make a YouTube channel that's going to take off. Start a cooking segment about every hour, every day. And then go on about 2 weeks later, go on a fast for about a week. That's whenever you can really make a difference on YouTube. So yeah,
that's probably cooking channel. Let's go fast for a week.
Yeah, let's start a cooking channel and then fast for a week. Yeah, so there you go. $59 in the last 28 days, but most of that's super chats. I would say probably $20 of that's super chats or more. So, and that's with all of the activity I've had on my channel. So you're not gonna, and before I started doing the cooking segments, my channel was earning $11 every 28 days. I want to repeat that. Before I started the cooking segment, and because I was not going live anymore at the time, when I started going live at least 2 or 3 times a week, my channel went from $11 every 28 days to...
Raven King said, well, they don't have to pay you peeps.
No, and that's the thing. It's a platform that's free that we're using. So I don't expect YouTube to pay me anything, but I just want to get this to everybody that's trying to get their channel monetized. You're not going to make a dime on YouTube, especially if it's only 1,000 subscribers. The only way you're going to make money is through super chats. And if somebody donates to your Cash App or
Hot damn. Said if I fast I will blow away in the wind, LOL.
So there you go, everybody that's trying to get watch hours to monetize their channel. That's what you're going to end up with.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to make it big, which I don't know quite as much as Fry, but I do watch a lot of channels that you guys don't believe. I'm subbed up to over probably 1,000 people, if not more. Yeah, you get over 100,000 subscribers, then you may start making money. Victor Outdoors, he went live today. He even stated it. You know, he doesn't make $100,000 a month. He makes, maybe $1,000 a month on YouTube, which helps, but he's got big business. He's not going to go out. He's not going to get sponsors and make a commercial
said laugh at Hot damn.
channel on YouTube. If you want to go out and make your channel a sponsorship and get shitloads of sponsor, they don't pay you thousands of dollars for sponsorships. I mean, you'll make a little extra money, but it's going to take years for, if you ain't got the content like the big boy, you're
said
probably
Butler talk.
You drifted off there, said.
I mean, I was finished. I mean, if you don't want to go and make your channel a commercial, if you can't get 100,000 subscribers and a button, and those big boys, yeah, they make a few $1,000s, but they're not making a lot more than a couple $1,000s a month.
Yeah, and it cost me money to go live. Like everything I do, my electric bill, the equipment, because I'm still buying, you know, I put everything together for the most part, stuff I had around the house, but I've had to buy like $60 worth of cables. So I spent $60 to set up this studio. And I got this computer for free and it's still not fast enough. But it's better than the one that was in here.
Yeah, I mean, you go monetize. Most of their monetization is getting, you know, super chats or that. And even at that, you know, YouTube takes 30% of each super chat.
Yep.
You know, YouTube makes money from the ads that are like in the beginning and throughout other.
Really fry.
You know, I mean, it's just, you know, that's YouTube how they make their money is from the other ads. I mean, hell, all week I've been watching them shoot 'em up ads on every channel that I go to.
Yep. We got Kelly's crafting. Kelly in the chat says, let's see, let's have our female butler read that.
I am not live streaming to make money. I craft for therapy and to make people smile.
Right. It would be nice if YouTube was an exit strategy to have revenue income. But like I was told somebody today when I was in their chat, I would do YouTube because I want to connect with cool people, and I learn every time I connect with people, and I like to share what I'm doing for health and wealth. You know, your health is your wealth. So we got from Down Under is in the house. He says, let's see.
Raven King said, I believe YT cheats as well. I hate cheaters.
Demula Blade works, then the IRS wants to take another 20%.
Yeah, the IRS takes another 20%. And just so you know, I do not participate in the IRS flawed system. It's a voluntary system. And if you make under 12 grand a year, they tell you you're not supposed to file. So anybody that makes under 12 grand a year and you're still filing, the IRS, it's on their website right there in big print. If you make under $12.50 a year, you don't file with the IRS. And I've been filing with the IRS for years. And I finally learned that because the IRS CPA told me that. The guy's like, why are you still filing? I said, well, because I don't want people knocking on my door. And he says, no, you're making under 12.5. You don't file. So I was spending about $200 or $300 with the IRS to file my taxes through TurboTax because I bought the auditing insurance and all that nonsense. And it was just a big waste of money. I want my $900 back that I spent over the years filing with the IRS, please.
Raven King said, OMG, Chris is in the house.
We got Chris Oldman in the chat, so put link in the chat there, Chris.
We got
So everybody
in the chat also. And you got Cactus hiding in the bushes.
Cactus is hiding in the bushes?
Cactus is hiding in the bushes, camouflaged as a cactus.
And we got Dio Maloa. How do you say his name?
Dimula.
Dimbula. We got Dimbula from Down Under. Says, I stream. Let's see. Let's have our assistant read that.
Huh.
I stream to teach folks how to dehydrate, but we always get removed, so it's live and deleted within hours. Dunno why.
All right, let's go to your channel. Put link in the chat so everybody can check out your channel there, Dimbula. Hell, I'm not even subscribed. Look at this.
I told you I'd bring her out.
I'm not sub to him. Look at this. I'm not even subscribed to his channel. Look at that. What is wrong? And you've been on the show, like you've called in several times.
Raven King said, I knew you could see us lurking.
Yeah, so everybody check out his channel. And I'm going to go and leave a comment on one of your videos. And I'm going to send you fried. If I can find my mouse. So yeah, that's Diumbala, however you say it, from Australia. So I'm just going to go down here and say, I found you from Fry TV. Control V, and just do my normal emojis just to step it up a notch, just to make it pop a little bit more. So yeah, he does dehydration and all kinds of stuff, it looks like. And that's this
Red
guy's
Cactus
channel.
Said, why does your audio keep cutting out?
My audio? Zed, is my audio cutting out?
Every now and then.
It could be because my computer's at 100% CPU. So, yeah, that's probably. Oh, great. Yeah, we got that going on. It's a StreamYard. It's just really taxing my computer. So that's what's going on there, Red.
I mean,
So
it's a lot
I have
better
one of those
than my
things where
videos,
everything.
my live.
Yeah, well, this is just going to make me upgrade the computer. I just can't have slow crap. The 6th gen CPU is faster than the 7th gen. I don't know what's wrong with this thing. I got it for free, but maybe that's why they got rid of it. And I heard that 7th gens run hot, and maybe newer is not better. So, just when I was playing that video from his chat, from his channel, it was 100% CPU. It could be the video card in this thing is weak. But my audio shouldn't be cutting out anymore, Red. And if it is, I'd like some feedback.
I'm kind of cleaning up a little bit and hanging out. Hi, Colette.
We got Zero
Red
TV.
Cactus said that.
We got Zero TV. We got Red Cactus. Did he ever put link in the chat so everybody could go check him out? Chris Oldman did, but Diumbla did not put link in the chat. It's like he ran. He ran away.
Red Cactus said, that's crazy, Fry.
Yeah, I'm almost wanting to buy another 6th gen off the interwebs and replace it with this thing, because it seems like it's been weak in the knees. It's almost like the 3rd gen was faster in a way, in some ways, but for some
Raven
reason.
King said, was an absolutely gorgeous day today. 82F.
82 degrees. Yeah, it was pretty nice here too. Yeah, and I kind of. So, just in case y'all forgot, I'm doing a StreamYard, and I am. The link is in the chat, but I'll put it back in there. So anybody wants to jump on. This is the thing. If more people don't participate, I'm not going to do these, because I would much rather be like doing some artwork or something at this point. We got Big Dice in the chat. That's Diobla. How do you say that again? I'm just going to call you Bladeworks. That's Bladeworks channel right there. I can say Bladeworks. I can't say the other word. That is one of the most difficult channel names to say, especially with someone who's got 2 brain cells and dyslexia on top of it. So Colette says, I can't do the panel. You don't know how to do it? All right, we got somebody in here. There we go. The man himself. Add to stream. He's talking about him and he pops up. Rock and roll.
How you doing?
How's it going? So we can hear you loud and clear.
Beautiful. I just got to
Ebola.
sort out this sound and then I'm getting an echo here.
Yeah, you have to make sure you have your YouTube turned off for sure. So make sure your YouTube don't watch on YouTube, and just you can keep the chat up, but just hit stop on your YouTube. So make sure you hit stop on YouTube, and then you can keep the chat up if you want to read the chat. And then somewhere in here, I can look at comments and I can post them like a professional StreamYard person like this. How do we do this?
What? I'm not on there anymore?
There we go. Yeah, you're here. You're there, Zed.
That's what I'm doing wrong.
We can hear you there, Bladeworks. All right, we got Billy. Uh-oh. This is going to be good. Everybody, here comes Billy. This will be interesting. No magic tricks, Billy.
I'm not a magician, so.
All right. So Billy, if you don't know about the if you don't know about the magic tricks, Billy, it's when we first started doing StreamYard, somebody came on that they showed some basic it was some hardcore porn. And the guy said, this is what he did. So the guy was like this, and he said, y'all want to see a magic trick? And he does his hands like this, and it was a close-up of him. And it was full screen. We're like all into it. It's like he's going to show us the magic. He does all this, and then he puts his hands under the table, and then it went straight to porn after that. And I think it was on Diego's panel. So ever since then,
I don't even think that I want to hear about that.
you don't want to hear about it? I'm telling you what the magic tricks are, Billy.
That's not cool to me.
You just got to be careful with StreamYard.
Hey guys.
Hey buddy.
All right. Hey Fry.
How's it going there, Billy?
I'm not into all that stuff.
Raven King said, I am so glad we have all lost our minds.
I've lost more than mine.
The search is fun.
Hey, what's going on tonight? What's up? Hi, Red Cactus, Raven, hey, everyone.
So it looks like
You're supposed to edit it so people can watch it on YouTube because of the music that other truck driver was playing. Can't wait to see what you guys are up to. I don't do Twitch or I don't do any other channels except for YouTube. So.
No, I don't do any social media here and all that sort of thing. This is it.
Yeah, I'm just showing my house so Red Cactus can drive out here when she gets her truck fixed tomorrow. I wish she can clean my house.
Yeah,
dude, that
would be a long drive.
Wait, did you really just say that, man?
Yep.
That's not good, dude.
No, my house
Here comes Tracy.
My house is pretty good these days for being a bachelor.
Wait, that Fry TV.
Hi, good morning.
Morning. Nice to see you.
You too.
So I guess it's morning over there.
Yeah. As you can see, the sun's only just coming up.
Works at Zed.
Hot damn. Yeah, I would not. I would definitely not be like, oh, Red, you're going to have to come over and clean my house.
Hello.
I didn't say she had.
I think that's what you just said, dude. That's not good. Wow. Unbelievable.
So what are you up to today, Mr. Fry?
Oh, I been on the phone a lot with work stuff and doing a lot of. I added this microphone here so I could do panels because the way I do my live stream is I use Prism and I use my phone as the microphone, and I have it to my chest. You know, you've watched it before, and you can't route your audio from Prism to StreamYard, not without doing some magic tricks. And I added this extra microphone here for just the panels that's hanging down. So I did that, and still, I did a lot of research on fasting to make sure that I'm going the right amount of time to get what I want done. My goal is to nuke every virus out of my body that could be hiding in there, you know. So that's what I'm working on is, you know, the 72-hour mark, which I'm pretty much there now, is whenever your house cleaning is to the highest degree. And then anything past that, it's just bonus, you know, on fasting. And I'm not doing it to lose fat or weight, but I have lost a lot of just overall a little bit of belly fat and a little bit out of my face. So yeah, I started to fast on Wednesday.
All right, cool. At the end of your fast, if I may make a recommendation, a fair amount of turmeric, garlic, chili, cumin in there. The combination's very good if you've got any bugs left in your system, and they'll get rid of it. But your fast and that will, one, it increases your white blood cell count. Two, it increases your acid content in your system, so you acidify your body a little bit. It's good for knocking over the bugs. Oh, there we go.
Yep, got it right here. So got it ready to go. And I've been drinking my concoction of dandelion tea with all kinds of, you know, pepper and cayenne and all kinds of stuff with 2 different salts, Himalayan pink salt and this Redmond's sea salt. So I've been doing that. And that's to keep my electrolytes up, because I did started feeling a little bit weak, and I feel better when I have the salt added. You know, a lot of people think I eat a lot of salt. I really don't, because I only eat once a day. So I don't put that much salt in my body. I put just enough to feel, you know, if I feel my heart skipping or something, that means I need some electrolytes. And I haven't felt that in a long time since I started doing the 2 different types of salt. And no more AFib.
What is that second type of salt?
All right, so I don't know which one you're talking about. Is it this one?
The second one was
the most common salt, obviously, is the seaworthy salt.
Okay, so yeah, Redmond's. This is the cleanest sea salt that I could find. It still has a
King said, "Red, you can clean my house too."
So this is supposedly the cleanest.
Hey guys, I'm out of here. Talk to you later, Fry.
All right, later. Later, Zed. And then this is the clean. This one has absolutely no microplastics in it. The Himalayan pink salt. This is not sea salt.
But it's what?
Microplastics. All sea salt has microplastics in it because the ocean is full of plastics, and it's they're measuring microplastics in all the sea salts now. But this one is the cleanest of them all. The Redmond sea real salt. So this one doesn't have a ton of microplastics in it. And if you want 0 microplastics, you can use this. But I use them both to get the added minerals from the other. So I'm getting the Himalayan pink salt minerals. And
so do you know exactly what gosh, I'm stumbling here. What are the
this is the salt you don't want to use?
I'm really stumbling here. No.
Just, so this is sodium.
Maybe the iso. What the fuck do they call that?
So I don't recommend this salt because it's just sodium chloride, and this will raise your blood pressure, and it will throw your electrolytes and your body chemistry off.
That's it. The electrolytes.
So, yeah.
Where are the electrolytes coming from without throwing exactly what you just said?
So the sodium helps with the electrolyte. The potassium is also a mechanism. So I do supplement. I'll show you what else I do when I fast. So the real electrolytes. Hold on just a second.
Yeah, because I don't want to be stuck on like bananas or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you don't want to eat bananas on a fast. It's nothing but sugar, and they're
that's what I'm saying.
They're genetically modified. Bananas are very dangerous. You don't want to really be eating them, period. All right. So this is what I supplement with. I had 2 scoops of this. This is a magnesium, potassium, and sodium. Not very much sodium at all, but it's a perfect balance of potassium and magnesium. And I had a little bit of this last night before I went to bed because I was 40-something hours or 50-something hours into my fast, just to make sure my electrolytes were up. And I also have homemade electrolyte stuff that I make. Let me grab that. So this is straight up potassium that I make. But this stuff's hardcore. You can overdo it, and you don't want to overdo potassium. All that stuff starts getting hard on your kidneys. So, sodium, even sea salt can be hard on your kidneys. But this is just a homemade. This is straight up potassium powder, the high quality stuff with sea salt.
Chris Oldham said, I love all y'all and have a wonderful evening.
Later, Chris.
Bye, Chris. I just don't, because I use like probably 16 different salts. I shit you not.
Yeah, as long as you can, if you're healthy.
I literally use probably 16 different salts from all over the world, blah, 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 yada, yada.
Yeah, and every now and then I'll use...
They're chunk, they're fine, they're iodine enriched, they're not iodine enriched. There literally is a whole library that you could probably endure of salt.
Yeah,
History,
and
the making of our modern day salt production. I've had to study all this stuff in school. What you're sharing with me is like what's not good, what's not bad, or what's terrible, or what you do not want to eat. So,
well, I'm clean eating now. Been doing that for about a year or so. So that's why I recommend the cleanest salt is this. Hands down, the cleanest salt you can find. Celtic sea salt has a little bit of microplastics in it, but not much. But this has more of a balance of the minerals that we're missing. Plus this. These are the 2 cleanest. That's all I'm saying. Eat what you want to eat, but I want to treat my body like a temple and not a dumpster. And right now, with the way things are going,
absolutely.
In the US, you've got a lot of rock salt, old deposit rock salts, and that Illinois up there underneath Chicago and some of the cities up there, they were mining salt there for years. A couple of them got flooded, drowned a few folks in that. I was reading, but you've got a lot of sources for rock salt out there. You don't have to buy sea salt. We're lucky out here. We've got a pink lake, salt lake out here, that we can collect salt from. Nowhere near the sea or ocean and all that sort of stuff. And those deposits go down, 15 feet. If you go down 6 inches, you're going way down before white men ever came to Australia. So to get, clean and unadulterated salt, go down 6 inches.
Yeah. There's a place in the middle of America that I get my salt from. I think the state is Kansas, and it's the same exact thing that you're talking about, and it's the most pure salt. Same.
Yep.
So there's no.
I know there's one in Missouri that is backed up as an emergency site just in case of nuclear attack, and that's stuff, asteroids, all that sort of stuff. It's famous, and a couple of these meteorite movies and all that, the salt mines in Missouri.
That's true. That's true. That's actually, you can look that up. That's actually true.
Yeah, that goes back, laid down in the. That's that one where they got the weird the man-made hammer out of it. They reckon it's 130 million years old, and they found a hammer.
I literally, I have a family member that works at salt mine over in, I think it's north. Well, as a matter of fact, I know this for a fact. It's northeast Kansas, and he sends me salt by the 50-pound sacks, and that's what I feed all my customers with. It's I can manipulate it. It's straight salt. It's 100% pure. There's nothing about it. The only, I'm not even sure about this electrolyte content. I'm not a physicist or anything. I'm not real sure about that, but I know that everyone is happy because I can do granular and I can do flake finishing. So I'm pretty good on the salt.
I have the flake finisher salt right here, Billy. That's what I use sometimes on a steak or something, the flakes.
Finishing salt, yeah, flake.
Yeah.
Chip. Yeah, no, yeah. It's part of my regime. It's really hard to distinguish, okay, if you're really going to have a rough night and you need electrolytes in your body the next day, it's kind of hard to isolate, where are you getting those electrolytes from? It really is. I don't know. Anyone can say, oh, drink a Red Bull or something. I don't even know about that. Or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I'd rather just put that in my food and you wouldn't have to worry about that. You know, if you want to have a couple glasses of wine and wake up in the morning and you're not hungover, that's my goal, you know.
Well, I don't recommend Red Bull. There's no electrolytes in there.
Well, no, I wouldn't recommend Red Bull at all either. No, there's no way. I mean, come on. That's a spin up. That's a accelerant, I guess. I guess what you would call that is an expedient accelerant.
So we got Ride Along Gang in the chat. Shout out to Ride Along Gang. Put link in the chat so everybody can go check you out.
Okay, Ride Along. Hey,
it's all right. I'm good on that. You guys are all right. If
you're looking for a cheap source of, I don't know about Aldi in America, but over here, Aldi salt.
Pickle juice has electrolytes. Yeah, Amy. That's another thing about that too. Pickle juice, you have these long-term salts that are reacting with cucumber, right?
How's it going,
Tomato
Chaplain?
is another one, believe it or not. Tomato and chicken.
Raven King said, "Hey Lynn, I guess the butler has taken the break."
Yeah, the butler's he's too busy with Amy right now, so we're just going to give him the weekend off. So, Ride Along Gang, can you put link in the chat so everybody can check out your channel? I'm sure everybody here is already connected with you, but if not, definitely put link in the chat so they can pull up your channel. And yeah,
I'm not connected.
Ethan, that sea salt is made is from Utah. Exactly. I just looked on the back. This stuff right here
Yeah,
This
most
is
of the stuff that you're gonna have is going to be Utah in America. That's not the case in Italy or
it
France.
even has the state right there, Utah.
Yeah, Utah is good.
The Aldi salt comes from an average of 600 meters down. It comes from Spain. They reckon it's around about 22 million years old. So it won't be any microplastics in it.
22 million years old. Yeah,
Raven
that
King
sounds fucking awesome.
said it's difficult to find good help these days.
Do y'all hear Amy reading the
Impossible.
chat
What are you talking
on the
about?
panel?
I can't
Blade Works, can you hear Amy reading the chat?
Oh, the AI.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear
No,
that. When,
no.
with
I don't hire AI. She's a real person, so yeah. And that's another thing. So many people are talking about their, yeah. That's a nice mug.
That's the problem with the world nowadays. People don't, not enough people drinking out of the skulls of their enemies.
Right? But yeah, everybody's afraid of AI, and it's called artificial intelligence. So the people that are programming this stuff are not that intelligent. So there's nothing to be afraid of.
Out here, all the farmers know AI is artificial insemination.
Yeah.
Talk AI out here, they start talking straws.
And here's the solution. Here's the solution to AI when it gets out of hand. I'm going to show you right here. This is how you stop it. You see this right here?
Yeah, pull the plug.
You pull the damn plug. You pull the plug on it, and it's done. So if it gets out of hand,
Raven King said Dimbula, are you in Australia?
Yep, I'm in a little town in south of the nation called Dimbula. I'm the blacksmith here.
Halfway between Adelaide and Melbourne.
Yeah, as Tracy says, halfway between Adelaide and Melbourne on the highway there, about 400 miles from the coast. We're in the little desert.
That's where the name comes from.
Yeah, Dimbula. That's the town. And the movie. We're famous. We got our own movie.
Dimbola. So now that I'm hearing you say it a lot, I might be able to say. I'm still going to call you Blade Works. It's just easier.
Cool. Well, everybody knows what a bladesmith is, so.
Yeah, we got Poca Rossi in the chat room. Shout out to Poca Rossi.
You got me in the chat room too. Yeah.
And Chaplain Jethro.
Well, yeah, we already gave you a. You're on the panel, Billy.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot.
Yeah,
What a dumbass.
You're prime time, man.
I'm not very smart, dude.
You're not that smart.
It takes me a minute to catch up with all y'all. You guys are cool, man.
So I have two brain cells, and you must have one. Is that what you're saying?
If I try real hard, maybe I can pull it off. I don't know. Not real sure. I don't have to be. Oh yeah, it's all good, man. I like it. It's pretty cool. Pretty relaxed. Everybody's cool. Raven King. Chaplin's here. Oh boy. He's probably gonna be pissed. I didn't show up to his Sunday meeting or anything. Who knows? I don't know.
Only Saturday there.
I added a camera to show the charge controllers. Of course, it's in infrared right now, but you can see the battery's at like 13.7. This is Rusty Watt, the 65 Chevy right here.
Okay.
It's in the garage.
Which state are you in there, Fry?
Texas. I'm right smack dab in the middle of Texas. Yep.
You're in Texas?
Yep.
Raven King
Jeez, that's
Said it is
terrible.
still 82 F and MO at 8
Why would
p.m.
you ever want to be there?
They're 2 hours
I was
ahead of Oregon.
I was born in Texas, Billy.
Were you born in Houston?
No,
Where?
no. I was born close to Austin, Texas.
Oh no, you're a liberal fucker.
A liberal. No, I'm not. I'm not any of the parties. I don't participate in flawed systems. I'm not.
I was born in Houston, dude.
Yeah, I'm hardcore.
I'm a
I'm really
Texan,
hardcore.
dude. I'm a Texan.
You were born in Houston?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I worked there a lot.
Well,
I worked in
did
Houston,
it-
Austin, Dallas, El Paso, Lubbock.
What smelled worse?
In Houston?
What?
Lubbock smelled worse than Houston.
No way.
Yes, the cattle. Yeah, the cattle yards. Yeah, when the wind's
No
blowing right.
Yeah, feedlots at Lubbock, right in town.
You're the first person. You're the first person I've ever heard say that.
Okay, well, I lived in Lubbock for a long time, and yeah, Lubbock smelled way worse than Houston.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Said
Lubbock,
Prime
You got a
Media.
new friend right here,
5 minutes
buddy.
out of town, you got cattle yards, feedlots.
Yep.
You got a new friend right here, buddy.
Yeah, feedlots are
Unbelievable.
hardcore. So you've been to Lubbock there, Blade Works?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, really?
I travelled the states and worked over there for on a couple of things. When I was in the military, and that I was based at 29 Palms.
Well, I
out there.
lived in Lubbock. I lived in Lubbock for about 3 or 4 months. I was doing an audit for the county and the city for their networking phone systems and their data networks. And I was the project manager for the whole thing. And I lived in one of those apartment
Wow.
hotels right beside
You're a
Denny's.
smart fucker.
And it was fun. And see, Lubbock is a dry county, so we'd have to go outside of Lubbock to get our beer and wine. And then,
no.
yep, and it was crazy. I don't think it's dry anymore, but it was
Dude, that's awesome.
fun. And that's
pretty cool.
back in the days when I used to drink, and we would go to an
Lubbock,
adult
Texas.
bar
What,
and just
what years was that?
late 90s, mid 90s, 95-ish, 95s, yeah, 95,
Wow.
6. Yeah,
That's
I've been in
pretty
structured
cool.
cabling business. I started when I was 15 years old, and I'm 52. So I had half of my professional career as a fiber optic professional, network cabling, structured cabling,
No kidding.
IT, and then
Wow.
the rest of my career has been I've done all kinds of stuff. I was a professional forklift driver, a plumber.
Oh no, not the forklift driver, dude. No way.
Oh man, and that's the fun
Come
part.
on, dude. That's
Yeah.
like the
Yeah, it was fun, man. That was one of the funnest jobs. And
it's like one of the worst memes going on right now, I think. Is that
Is it
true
really?
or is that not? Come on. I think that's one of the worst memes going on right now is like after you're a professional forklift. I don't know why, but I'm pretty sure that's true.
Well, I can tell you a
that's
great
true,
story.
dude.
I had an accident in the warehouse. I worked at Legacy Lamp in Austin, and this guy that I was always in competition with, and he was always mad because I was a better driver because we'd have competitions. And the whole thing with a forklift is you never want to stop your motion, whether you're picking up your load or dropping it off, because if you have any jerk or stop, you'll lose your load. And I could go up to the crates of lamps. This was a lamp factory with glass. So you go up to your pallet, and these would be stacked 3 or 4 high. And I'd go, and I'd never stop my motion. I'd bring up my forks, and then I would stab it, and then I'd pull it back, and it's just a constant motion. It's smooth. This guy could never do that, so he got mad. So one day we were going backwards, and we were both on each sides of the aisle, and he runs into me head on, but rear end to rear end. So you know those things have those weights, and we were both going pretty much full bore, and we hit, and the sound, I lost my hearing for a second. It was such a big boom, Both of the forklifts,
Wow.
both of them forklifts died instantly, and the dirt from underneath the forklifts was probably about 4 inches underneath. And whenever we finally got them started and moved, there was these big imprints of the dirt that was, because all the impact was so hard, it jarred all that dirt loose. And we both we both got suspended for like a week or so, a couple of days.
No way.
And see, it was his fault. He's the one that ran into me because he was pissed off.
His fault, not yours.
Yeah, he
right?
ran into me, and he admitted it. But I still got suspended too. And I was pissed off, man. I got into a fight with the owner of the place. I'm like, "What are you doing, man? This guy's the one that ran into me, and I'm your best forklift driver." They even had me on their experimental crew.
Jared Allen said, "Hello there, our leader. Sorry I'm late. Big hugs and love from us and Bree."
There's no schedule here, Jared. You don't have to be sorry. I don't exist in time. So yeah, so I got suspended.
This forklift story is the best, dude. Though, by the way,
it's a true story. Nice. It's a true story.
I know. It's awesome.
And the guy that hit me is this big Mexican dude. He was like this big Indian guy, and he was really cool. But he just didn't like the fact that he couldn't win the contest, you know. And we would have contests. Yeah.
Wow.
It's kind of like what's that one movie? Super Cloud9. Yeah. Working at Legacy Lamp was kind of like working at Cloud9 if you ever watched that show on TV.
Yeah, that's so funny, dude. That's so funny. That's so cool. Unbelievable.
Gerald rocked in. How you doing, Gerald? Nets v Blog 21 rocked in. How you doing? Jared. Who else was it? Sun Honey. How you doing, Sun Honey?
Yeah, you're doing a better job of reading the chat than I am. Yeah, I got some crazy forklift stories. So it was a lamp factory.
Yeah, that was vast, dude.
You know how lamps have the weights on the bottom? Well, our weight factory was across the highway. So we had to drive the forklifts down this long road, paved road, and then go through the ditch and then cross Highway 290.
Said, "Hey, Nets. How is Hong Kong?" Gerald said, "Howdy all."
How's it going, Gerald? So we had to cross the highway on these forklifts with loads of weights, okay? And then when we would get in the ditch, we'd sometimes get stuck. There was no road connecting the two factories.
Wait, hold on. Like weights in front or like weights in back?
Okay, the weight factory for the lamps, because every lamp has a concrete weight on the bottom. So the weight factory was across the highway. So we would have to take the forklifts to go pick up a pallet of weights. And we'd have to cross the highway with a forklift when this is a highway. Yeah, this is like a 4-lane highway. Yeah. And then we'd have to go in the ditch along the side of the highway and then turn to where the big factory was. Yeah, it was crazy, man.
Dude, that's fucked up.
Yeah. And then we had to refill our own tanks, the propane tanks. So we didn't have any of the proper gear. So if you've ever worked with propane, if you get the thing loose and it starts off-gassing on you, it will freeze your hand instantly. So there were several times
you had to hook the thing up to and like turn the valve and like go.
Yes. And then when you're unscrewing, when you're unscrewing, there's still pressure, and then your hand would freeze in place. It would lock in place because it was so cold.
You like smoking cigarettes was probably out of the question, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this was back when I did smoke. Yeah, I haven't smoked in so long. I can't remember the last time I smoked a cigarette, but
that's what I'm thinking.
I got crazy plumber stories too. I don't know
if I want to hear about the plumber story. Dude, that forklift shits him up, man.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's fucking pretty cool, dude.
When I was a plumber, I was on call. So I had a pager, and if my pager went off, I had to keep it on. And I'd have to get up 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning because we were a company that did main breaks for the city of Austin. And I'd have to haul ass to get to where I was going to get to the guy that had the plumbing truck until I had my own plumbing truck. And I would be in my truck speeding down the road, and a cop pulled me over once, and I cussed him out because I was going to be late for work. I'm like, what the F are you doing? I'm going to be late, you know? And he let me go. This was back in the day when you could do that in my hometown. But then I got to the...
What were you doing? What were you doing?
I was coming from my house to go to the guy that was the master plumber, because I had to ride with him because I was apprentice. So
for the
I rode
city?
with him. Huh?
For the city?
Yeah, for the city of Austin. Yeah, we were contractors for the apartments and stuff like that in Austin. It was a company. The company was called Capital Mechanical. So anyway,
crazy.
We would do main breaks. So the whole apartment complex would be,
that's fucking crazy, dude.
the whole apartment complex would be without water. So we would show up, and these people that were drunk without water would be yelling at us because we had the backhoe out there. They think that we shut the water off, but no, we're trying to...
Wait. Back up a little bit. You said these people would be drunk with no water.
Yeah, now listen to this.
Bitching at you.
Yeah, because the water, the main break...
Unbelievable, dude.
But let me tell you why. The water would be off because the pipe would burst. So we're out there with the backhoe, and we're down here. It's like 20 degrees, 30 degrees in the wintertime. And I'm inside. I'm in a hole that the backhoe is dug, and I'm right beside the pipe, and the scoop is right there beside my legs. And then we got the saw cut, the gas saw cut. And then people are cussing at us and throwing stuff like, turn our water back on. We're trying to get their water turned back on. So then a lot of times we'd have to have security get our backs because these people were so pissed off that the water was off. Because I was,
wow.
we worked on the bad side of Austin, the east side.
Wow.
So you had to have somebody watch your tools.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
when we
crazy,
would do service,
dude.
When we would do service, Billy, we'd have to have somebody sit in the truck to watch our tools, and then somebody else would go into the apartments to do the job.
No.
Yes. So nobody would. So they would steal your tools. Yes. Yeah.
Dude, man. Wow. I wouldn't even be over there, man.
Here's another story about
plumbing.
I was the electrician at the plumber. I was the guy that would do all the. If there was somebody that cut an irrigation line or a power line in a wall or a wire for the irrigation system, they always called on me because that was my background. So I would have to fix that stuff. Well, I was also the guy that would change thermostats, upper and lower thermostats live, because here's why. A lot of times you can't find the security guy, the janitor guy at these apartment complexes. And it's like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, you're ready to get home. So I would just do it live, and I would do it with needle nose, and I'd change it live with 220, and I've changed upper lower thermostats probably 50 times live.
Fucking crazy, dude.
And I only burned off the end of my needle nose once. So that's a pretty good ratio where it shorted out and you just pop the end of it off.
Dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I've done some crazy
that's
stuff, man.
Crazy, dude.
Oh yeah. I'm crazy. But I got the job done.
Unbelievable, dude. Unbelievable. That's awesome. Unbelievable. No. Are you kidding me? Jeez. You're working in the ghetto or some fucking shit.
Yeah, East Austin was the ghetto. I don't know if it still is today, but it was yeah. There would be people every now and then just laying in the ditch drunk.
I was told to stay away from Austin. Actually, Texas in general, but I have to go down there once in a while for business and shit.
Yeah.
Houston's bad enough.
Yeah, Houston.
I know that
Austin,
for sure.
Austin's not like it used to be.
Janice M. said you are
well, there's some I don't even know if I can divulge into this type of stuff because I went to school in Austin, in art, and it was real nasty. I don't even know what it would be like today. I have no idea.
The only school I went to in
go
Austin
there. I wouldn't go there.
So Yeah, I went to ACC, the community college, for AutoCAD, because when I was a structured cabling project manager, I was the guy that did all the AutoCAD stuff for the company. So they sent me to ACC, and that was funny. I was in my 30s, I was late 20s, and I was in college at late 20s with all the young people going to ACC for AutoCAD. And AutoCAD is a monster, man. I don't know if you've ever messed with it, but it is a beast. And I got really good at it. The biggest problem with AutoCAD is scaling. So when I had to start scaling letters, because when you do a print for a floor layout, you had to make the letters a certain scale for it to print a certain size on the plotter. And in my office, I had this plotter that was probably 6 feet wide to plot out the prints for the job sites. Yeah, it was crazy.
We used to use Visio because it's a hell of a lot easier to use than AutoCAD.
AutoCAD is it's hard, man. Yeah, I use Visio too for MDF layouts for the IDFs and the MDFs for the comm rooms. That's what we use Visio for. Yeah.
Well, Visio is good for 3D plotters over here, and that's whereas AutoCAD, was too much rigmarole to go through to do simple stuff.
Yeah. And I also was the guy that would do bids and proposals. So I was a master of Excel, and I would have Excel spreadsheets that were layers deep, because we would do the bids for school systems. So we'd have we'd have it for Round Rock School District, and you have to have all the different schools. And then in each school, every school's different. So each one of your layers would be per school. And then when you changed one value on this page, you would have to change it for all the schools. And it was intense, man. I was a Excel master back in the day, and my systems were just so how should I say, intense and complicated. I even did my payroll in Excel, so that's how I would do my hours and stuff. And I don't miss that at all. I hate paperwork. I hate Excel, Word. I didn't like AutoCAD. I didn't like Visio. Was kind of fun. But yeah, I don't miss Excel spreadsheets. I used to have my head in those all day long.
Yeah.
And the formulas. Yeah. And then the formulas for Excel were just over the top, with some of the stuff that we had to do. Yeah, one of these days I'll show all of my certifications that I've done. So Billy is backstage. Did he put himself backstage? Billy, did you drop out?
Here he comes. He's back.
Billy, did you drop out on purpose?
No, I make mistakes, so I'm not very smart.
So anyway, yeah, one of these days.
It's very interesting that I am speaking with you, and you are Austin alumni, basically.
Yep.
Pretty weird. I did a lot of. Well, I can't get into that, but it's very interesting to hear your life story back, and I think people probably appreciate that. I didn't realize that I was talking to you the whole time. I'm like, wow, you're a totally different person than I thought that you were, Really.
Well, that's kind of like
interesting.
That's why I wanted to do panels, so I could talk to people, I used to have a wall in my office full of certifications. I was that guy. You walk into my office and it was just one after another. And somewhere I took them all out of the frames, and I have them somewhere. I'll show them one day on stream just to show some of my background of my professional career. But yeah, I didn't.
Sounds like you're pretty badass, dude. That's
I didn't get all this stuff because I was sitting on my butt for 52 years. That's for sure. I've been busting my ass, and I still work my ass off. And I work from home now, and I still wear a lot of hats, no pun intended, like this. But I do all the stuff for the radio station when it comes to the back end, video system, podcast, video work, editing video for special projects.
Yeah, I believe that. I believe that's true. You do wear a lot of hats.
But I get to work from home, and I don't make the money I used to make, but everything's paid for, so I don't have to. I actually want to have a low income just because I want to be able to survive for what's coming. And I don't want money to dictate my sustainability and my lifestyle, if that makes sense.
Well, that totally makes sense. You're what do you mean? You're totally fucking killing it. You have been for a while. As long as I've seen
the dollar in for a bit.
What's that? Blade Works, what'd you say?
The folks who are chasing the money at the moment are in for a big shock on that because it's going to be worthless pretty much soon. They're working on it. They got that new digital currency launched. What do they call it? Universal monetary units.
It's very.
And I want to correct you on something. Blade Works, I want to correct you on something. You said digital currency. All of our currency is digital now. There is some cash that's out there, but it's going to be a centralized digital currency that's going to go through a centralized system. And that's where the control happens. And will they do social credit score and all that kind of stuff like China is implementing? Who knows? But I know that our monetary system, our Federal Reserve is what? A little over 100 years old. And it's not federal. It's not government controlled. It's controlled by.
Well, I actually don't. I don't know how you can say anything like that because I've spent a lot of money and it's all digital. I don't have as much money as if you look at my bank account, it says X amount of money. There's no way I could go get that money out of the banking system and put it underneath my mattress as per se. There's no way.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm talking about.
That has not been the case for probably 35, 40 years, 50 years, maybe even. There's no way.
That's our money.
So I may have a lot of money. I may have a lot of numbers, but I don't have a lot of money.
Show that again. You're full screen now.
Raven King said, "I'm going to Canada. We'll be right back. You Ottawa Scotty has a gig."
That's my money.
Cool. Yeah, and see, silver is a medicinal metal as well. It's a good conductor, and it's not as expensive as gold. So that's why if you're going to do anything to leverage your money, silver is better than gold.
That's extracted. So I get waste chemicals from the when they purify up there at the feedlot. It's about 20 miles up the road. There's a feedlot up there, and they use nitrates in there to clear out a lot of the waste and all that sort of thing. Once they clear that out, there's this sludge in the bottom. Now you put copper and anodize it out, and you get pure silver coming out of that thing. It comes out around about 2 ounces for 30 litres of this stuff, and it takes you about a week. But you get 2 ounces of silver out of it.
Wow. So that's
they throw it away.
2 ounces is what, like $40 or 20? No, what is silver now?
$30 an ounce over there. So about $20 an ounce over there.
Yeah.
It's 20.
Starts adding up.
Yeah, so I just keep on collecting it out, and the bigger pieces that are sitting in the drawer here, the smaller ones are still sitting in solution, and they're out in the shed. And when they harden up on the side, and I just pick out the big ones, and they all collect up. So I've got about 6 ounces there.
What we're kind of concerned about is where mine is and the bank's over there.
Yeah, because Tracy's American, and she's from Oregon, and her income comes in through the banking system over there.
I'm just teasing. I know that you didn't say that.
Professional paranormal research. Welcome.
Yeah, how's it going there, paranormal? Let's see. What kind of channel you got?
There are a lot of people online.
You got a lot of content there. When's the last video you uploaded? 12 days ago. Shorts. All right. Paranormal's not my thing, but I'm going to go ahead and connect with your channel. And I'm going to go ahead and hand you one of these here. I'm going to hand you this. This is a blue promotional wrench.
Cool.
So you're going to get this in the chat room. You're not going to get this actual thing, but I'm going to hand you a promotional wrench. It's going to be blue. That way you can type link in the...
Do you have one of those?
Yeah.
So not to be a moderator, paranormal, but to type link in the chat so people can go check out your channel.
There's different color blue wrenches now?
No, there's just blue wrenches. Yeah.
Hey, the next bit of currency, money, all that sort of thing in the future. Seeds.
Yep.
That's what's going to be worth the real money. Give it 10 years. I'll show you.
Yep. And the seeds that are not GMO is the real good ones. The ones that are heirlooms, so whatever you plant comes back the same the next year.
So like little packets we can make up and seal up ourselves. That's amaranth, all the old ancient grains.
Yep. The modern grains are not good for our guts. It's really bad stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, the GMO stuff?
Not even but even wheat today. Some of the stuff is not GMO because it's been bred to be a certain way, and it's not good for our guts. You know, it causes blood sugar spikes.
I don't know if anyone's like paying attention, but almost every single thing that you buy from the grocer right now is GMO.
Yep. Yep.
A lot of it is.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Like a lot of it.
Well, Tracy's got a lot of problems with food and all that sort of stuff, and that living in America and eating it. But she doesn't have any problems over here because we cook everything from scratch and we grow a hell of a lot, or we kill and clean our own meat. So
And the bad thing about
that's what I'm doing. That's exactly what I'm doing, and I'm still having problems finding flour and what else am I having problems with? Some of the canned goods like green beans and what are those beans? I could go over into my pantry right now and just start listing off crap that says GMO on it. Not good.
Later, Carol. I guess you're getting sleepy.
all right, take care, Carol.
Carol Burton, hey. I know Carol Burton. She's been.
So,
Billy,
I don't.
get in contact with some of the Amish farms. They'll post all across the US. Unfortunately, they won't post.
I'm way away from Amish farms. I have to do my own thing, and plus, I go all over this country. I'm never in one spot very long. I'm in Florida. I'm in Kansas. I'm in
Raven King.
I'm just all over the
Ray.
place. I'm never
I
home
disagree.
hardly now. It's not fun.
I want to address.
I have a very interesting life story, and I have a very interesting place where I'm at right now. I have bought farms, and I have people that I paid to live on my farm. And we are battling Monsanto, and we are also battling these corn croppers that fucking come over and spray. I'm sorry about the cuss words. That spray around us. And also, I'm a pilot and I understand these crop dusters with these Cessna highfalutin Cessna airplanes, these agricultural what do they call them?
The gaseous aerial sprays.
They're spraying me out all over the place. So, you know, I'm like really busy. I can't keep up with this stuff anymore. It's getting overwhelming. It really is. I don't want to be here. I want to be over there, and then I get
Raven
over
King
there, and then I want to be back
said,
here.
please, Billy, get a hold of yourself.
It's pretty hard to do that when you're investing your life's fortune and you're getting blanked out. It's not easy to do that. It's not easy to do that. You know, my family's riding on all this stuff. And I'm supposed to be the one that, oh, I'll take care of it all. Yeah, right. Everyone's dying because they're spraying the stupid sky.
Well, where you live, we're lucky out here in that desert. Nobody wants to be out here.
Yeah, they
it's a little bit hard to
spray.
grow something.
They
Are you
spray the
kidding
skies
me?
here. Yeah, they spray
Where
the
were you?
skies here almost every day.
Yeah, I know.
Crazy, dude.
Some of the stuff they're
I'm
spraying.
trying to go out into the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. And I can't even do that because I can't handle the heat. It's ridiculous, dude. I can't even escape
it
this
gets
shit.
warm out here too. A lot of folks have a lot of hard time with it. So Tracy had a hard time when she first came out and all that sort of thing because it gets out to 50 degrees centigrade here. Like that's 100, 125 on a regular basis. We get 90 days a year here over 45 centigrade, which is 110. But you get used to it after a while on that, and we're growing our own stuff. Wheat grows quite well in it. Barley's very good.
I don't. I can't.
All right, so
Raven King said, Dimbula, what is the temp down under?
Right now it's 50 degrees because it's winter time over here. 50 degrees Fahrenheit. And it's early in the morning, so it'll warm up to about 72 today.
Maybe I should slide down
summertime
there.
And that 125
right. Maybe I should
that
get on
on a
there.
regular basis.
I can't do
So,
this.
But we're out in the little desert. If you look up the little desert and the big desert, Australia's got two deserts. One goes from about 400 miles north west of us all the way across to the coast on the far side of the country. And then you got the little desert down here in this part of the world. And we're right on the edge of the little desert.
So anyway, I want to address some comments in the chat. So let's see. Somebody said that Bitcoin is going to be the thing of the future, and who is that? Rave Elevator. Bitcoin will be the best interplanetary money for the future Mars colony. All right, so I'm just going to state some facts here. There's no such thing as interplanetary. We live in an enclosed system, and Mars is not what you think
Raven
it is.
King said, Agacha Dimbula, thank you.
So Mars is not what you think it is. I have a telescope. I've looked at Mars. It doesn't look like what NASA tells you it looks like. This whole thing about Elon Musk going to Mars is a bunch of nonsense. They can't even go back to the moon because they never went to the moon to start with. So all that's just a bunch of brainwashed stuff there. So yeah, Bitcoin is a joke to start with, and yeah, Bitcoin
100%.
is a scam system. The original Bitcoin had some value to it, but now all these Bitcoin knockoffs is what's destroyed Bitcoin. So
NFT, all that stuff. That's right.
yeah. the knockoffs are the
That's
ones
right.
that destroy
That's right.
Bitcoin. If it would
100%.
have stayed originally what it was something that was a threat to the Federal Reserve, but now it's just a joke.
It is a joke. That's 100% true.
Yep. Travel fools.
All of them too. NFT, all that Dogecoin, all that shit.
Yep.
It's yeah. That's a fad. If you were smart enough to get in on some
Raven
of that,
King
you
said,
could do
"Here
it.
we go.
But
We went to the moon.
I don't even know what
I
you can
disagree
get
with
out
you,
of
but
it
ID,
because
okay.
even Bitcoin was treating me bad. When way back in the day when it was getting up to like 16,000 a piece, and you had to be
Yep.
like a Canadian resident, or there's all
All right.
this. There's all these stipulations. You cannot cash that shit out. I don't know who could. That's what really turned me off on all that. I had a lot of money wrapped up into that crap, and all of a sudden they were like, "Who are you?" And you have to go back into like whatever computer you were buying that shit out of, which was like 3
Right.
computers ago.
So,
And
can you hold on
no, it was a joke. It was a joke, and it's a rip off.
Yeah. So I want to talk to the chat a little bit, Billy. So just give me a second. So Traveling Fools, you just got a promotional wrench. So if you want to type link in the chat, people can go check you out. And this is what the wrench looks like. So in the chat, you should be blue now, so you can type link. It's not to moderate the channel. It's just so you can type link so people can go check out your content. So I want to address what Raven King said. It's not disputable. The United States didn't go to the moon. It was all done by Stanley Kubrick in a studio. Let's see. You have another screen you want to share there, Bladeworks?
Somebody asked me how do you grow stuff in the desert. I'm just trying to show them.
Okay, so we'll get to that here in a second. So
me.
yeah, look into the fact that the moon landing was a hoax. It was all done in a movie set. Look at the lunar lander. It was all just tape. They did it with tinfoil, gold tinfoil, and a lot of tape. And there's something called the Van Allen radiation belt, or the dome, that you can't get past. And this is a fact. So you have to look into these facts. There's a reason why they shoot the rockets up and they never go straight up. They curve, because the moon landing was absolutely a big
Raven King
hoax.
said, "I disagree, Fry."
Well, you can disagree all you want to. I'm not here to take your happiness away, but if you look into it, shout out to Jersey J. The moon landing was a hoax. Anybody that seeks the truth, you can do your own research. If you looked into it for 5 minutes, you know that it was a hoax. They're never going to go back to the moon because they never went. And so what they're going to do is they're going to say, we're going to go to Mars, but we can't make it to Mars. They're never going to go back to the moon. To this day, you can take a telescope and you can't look at the stuff they left behind on the moon because they were never there. All the stuff that they supposedly left behind on the moon is not there. You can go look at it. The flag's not there. The lunar lander's not there. The little buggy that they were driving around is not there. There's no footprints. There's nothing on the moon because they never went. It was a big scam. The moon is not what you think it is. We live in an enclosed system. These are facts. The sun is very close and local. These are facts. The sun is an energy source. That's how solar panels work. It's a localized energy transfer.
Raven King said, "Personal, I don't care if we go, there is nothing there but dusty rocks."
Yeah, well, look into it, Raven King. So Jersey, can you put link in the chat so everybody can check you out? Jersey J is in the chat room. We got a YouTube celebrity in the chat room. Everybody check out Jersey J's content.
I'm pretty sure you just said
All
it,
right, Jersey.
man.
All right, so Bladeworks, show people what you got going on there.
Just how we grow stuff in the desert here. As you can see, the ground's pretty dry and hard. There's some trees for shade out in the back, but that central row there, vegetables, eggplants, zucchinis, that sort of thing. On the left, the other pots are all potatoes. Then there's another row behind that that's all carrots and all that sort of thing.
But how many different types of potatoes did you plant?
We started off an experiment with just on 58 types of potatoes from all around the world. And then we figured out which ones work best in the desert, which ones that take the heat, which ones use the least amount of water, and all that sort of thing. And we're now down to 8 varieties of potatoes, so we've got a good mix of those. And and so we got it down. Each pot takes 3 litres of water every second day.
So where's your water? Are you using tap water or rainwater or tank water?
It's all rain and tank water here. I've got
Gotcha.
45,000 gallons in tank.
Gotcha.
We
Well, that's cool.
10 inches of rainfall a year, but I got enough roof space between the house and the sheds to capture and fill the tanks annually. So, but we're pretty much off grid here. We've got big solar, if I can show you the solar set up, and batteries and all the rest of it. So
eventually we would like to be total off grid, but
the law, they won't let us go fully off the grid here at the moment, because they say if they've got to take, because I'm actually making money off the grid at the moment. I sell what we don't use back into the system. But,
yeah, see, here in the States, that's a big scam. You know, you spend all this money, you're paying a ton of money, and then you're selling it back less than wholesale here in the States. So it's not worth grid tie here. They really changed the laws. So
I don't
anyway,
know. What is he actually
here it's
doing?
not
now?
either anymore.
I'm curious. What do you mean? Why do you say that? Why do you say that? Because that's not exactly true, I don't think.
no, that's exactly true. Look into grid tie solar systems, especially in California and Hawaii, that you paying 11 cents a kilowatt or 19 cents a kilowatt, and then the stuff you push back on the grid, you might be lucky to get 6 cents a kilowatt if you're lucky. And then when your power goes out, you don't have power because most of those systems don't have batteries. So you're screwed when there's no power, and you've got all this money invested in this solar system. And when they put that stuff on your roof, you've entered into an adhesion contract where they basically own your roof, and you know they're renting real estate on your roof, and it also puts holes in your roof. Your roof will leak. Solar panels on your roof is the worst thing to do because they're inefficient when they get hot. You can't clean them when you're on your roof. When there's a repair, it's a disaster. Never put solar panels on your roof.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
If you're gonna do solar, do it in your yard or on your property. Do a ground mount system, not on your roof. And I've made that mistake. I put a few solar panels on my roof, and I wish I never had done that because it was the biggest mistake. They're hard to clean. I can't get on my roof anymore because the roof is so old that the gravel has released, and if I walk up there, I just slide right off. So I'm going to have a hell of a time getting those panels off the roof when I need to re-roof my, put new shingles on the house.
All right.
So
I'm
why
just
are
gonna.
you saying that?
What's that, Billy?
I totally get it. Now you got it, man.
And solar panels are way more efficient close to the ground where they get
never have been. Okay, all right. The only way in the whole entire world that I've ever seen solar panels be a net gain was with sailing yachts. Period.
Was with what? The last word you said?
Sailing yachts. Period. The only net gain, the only actual, like, you can buy solar panels and actually have them work for you is on the sea.
Yeah, they work good there because there's no grid power.
I've been through on the homes, on the mountains, on the flats, all the bullshit here. They cost you way more money than it would be just buying electricity by yourself.
All right, Billy, BladeWorks is showing us, I guess, your grid tie system there.
Do what?
Yep. And so we actually only consume less than a one-person house here, and I run a workshop. I've got industrial ovens here, electric, for heat treating steel and all that sort of thing. We've got a full electric household, but we use everything less than one person because we use our own system. The only thing I'm buying is three-phase power. But to have that connection in there, if you have a look in here, it cost me $1.13 a day just for the connection.
King said
So that's what they
high
get to charge me.
Growing green in the dessert.
So
I don't know why you're saying that.
That's how it works. I export 6 times what we use, and that because of the battery system here. So the battery charges up, and then once that's all back up to charge, we ship the rest out to the grid. Now
You're on the boat, right?
Say again?
You're on the boat, right?
On a boat?
Yeah.
No. This is a house.
We have an acre of land.
I think that
We're
we
on
were
an acre and a half out here.
Okay, all right. I think that we were doing that for a while here in America, and the electrical companies started calling the cops on us or something. Is that true?
No.
Is that right?
No. Every grid tie system has to be inspected by an electrician, and it has to get so it's not reg tech by the city inspector too. In most cities.
Yeah.
It depends on where you live.
Here in Australia, they have regional power overseers. Here, this one's called Power Core. Now, they have their own generation systems, but they get to inspect ours as well. So if you're buying electricity at the moment, it's 33 cents a kilowatt. If you sell it, you get 11. So you get a third of what they charge. They take the electricity off you, sell it to the people next door for 33 cents, so they're immediately profiting 22 cents.
Is that going on right now?
Right now, that's my last bill.
Okay. Okay. We're on the same page then.
So,
yes,
but on top of that, they charge you $1.13 a day just for the connection. See, this is where they're getting you now, and you're about to get your system. So your connection fees. So it's going to be $1 a day just for the connection, regardless of how much electricity you use. If you use nothing, they're still going to charge you $1 a day, or whatever they charge you over there.
All right, so Chaplin's got some comments I want to read in the chat. So he's talking about the moon hoax. He said, so Fry TV, you're saying there is no Tranquility Base and no lunar lander. No, there's no lunar lander on the moon. There's no stuff left behind. This is a fact. And the 3 men, Armstrong and all these other guys, didn't splash down. Yes, they splashed down in the ocean, but that was all faked. That was all dropped out of an airplane or whatever. And the fact is that the International Space Station is all faked as well. And there's footage of that. They're up there acting like it's weightlessness, and they're hanging on cables, and it's all CGI.
I have to say this, Fry, and I respect you. You're a cool dude, and you're a good man. I'm going to say this. When they landed on the moon, I was there with the video camera taping the whole thing.
Yeah, see, and Raven King's trying to get to me. No, the moon is not cardboard, but I'm telling you, the world is everything you think you know about the world is lies, okay? And you have to unlearn what you think you know before you can learn something. And I've researched this stuff. Remember, I used to be the biggest NASA fanboy on Earth. I had all the computer games, had all these DVDs, and I ate all this stuff up until I started figuring this thing out. And
I could totally see you doing that, by the way.
Yeah, I was the biggest fanboy, NASA fanboy, before I started learning.
Boy.
Yeah, I was. I'll admit it. I was wrong, and I know it just allow me to be wrong, and I was wrong. the moon landings never happened like you thought.
Raven King said, not trying to get to you, Fry.
Hey, I'm using the
This
air
is
fryer.
sheesh.
I'm using the air fryer to make I chopped up some potatoes, and I'm making French fries in the air fryer. You should
All
be
right,
proud.
Billy, I'm gonna mute your ass. I'm on a fast, man. Stop.
All right, dude.
I'm like
You know
70
what,
something
Jeff?
hours into a fast, and I can't. Let's not talk
No
about food.
way.
That's
You're
the reason why.
fasting?
Yeah, I've been fasting since Wednesday. The last live cooking stream I did was the last time I've eaten anything.
Oh, I
and it
did
was
not
Wednesday.
know that. Oh
So
my
I want to
God.
address the chat room. So Don says the Earth is flat, and then Raven King says, and the moon is cardboard, Fry. And then Don and Raven King says, Don, no way. And
let me say
here's
that. There's no flat Earth. I'm a pilot.
Billy,
okay?
I'm gonna have to mute you for a second so I can read the chat. So I can tell you some facts. The Earth is not a spinning ball. Okay, these are facts. Everything you think you know about the Earth is completely wrong. The Earth is not a spinning ball. If you think it is, you need to look into the fraud that NASA does. They get paid about $70 million a day to lie to us. And I'll probably get a strike for saying this, because the last time I talked about this, I got a strike on my channel. That next day, I got a strike. And at this point, I don't care, because I'm sick of the lies. But NASA is all a fraud. The serpent, the tongue, the symbol of NASA is a vector symbol. It's a tongue. NASA is the biggest fraud out there. They're hiding the world we live in. There's more land outside Antarctica, okay? So the Earth that you live on is stationary. Water always finds its level. Water never curves, and these are facts. And it's not even up for discussion anymore. If you have the ability to research on the internet, you can understand just one fact. This is all you need to know. This is all you need to know. The water in this glass always finds a level, no matter what type of reservoir it's in. If it's in a curved reservoir, a flat one with mountains
Raven
sticking
King
out of it.
said, so Fry, you are saying is kind of flat?
No, when you say people that the Earth is flat, they think that it's completely flat, and it's not, because that's how rivers and mountains. Water is always trying to find a flat. It's always looking for a level. It's always want to roll downhill. So the Earth is not completely flat, but it's not a spinning sphere like NASA portrays it. All that stuff you see is all CGI. Every single bit of the footage that you've seen from NASA is 100% CGI. There's never been one picture taken of the Earth from outer space. These are facts. So until you look into it, look into it. There's never been a single photograph taken from outer space of the Earth, nor has there been a photograph of the Earth spinning. Everything you see is all CGI.
Can I ask a question then?
Yes.
Just based on personal experience. I got a picture of my house, and this is part of the solar setup. So that's half the panels that I got on top of the house. Look, I was involved in the 80s. We had the B-52s coming out here
I really
to
don't
Australia.
But I still disagree.
I actually set an altitude record in there. I had it for 2 days, and until somebody went up about 100 feet higher than me. And there was a whole series of jumps, and we went out in the navigator seat, which is a rocket slide out the bottom of the B-52. It cost them about $500,000 every time we did it. But they were doing altitude tests, and that's for researching halo jumps, high altitude, low opening. So when you come out of that thing, it's that high, you can see that the Earth's curved. Now, that's just me. No camera, no lenses, no nothing.
No.
You get the wind blast.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong 100%. You're wrong 100%. You're 100% wrong.
Experience, man.
The only way. No. Listen. I have credits of 25K. What you're talking about, you need to be up to 85K And if you do the mathematics and you do the circumference, you do all this smart. I'm not that smart. You do all the geometry and all that crap. You will find out that I am 100% correct. You will do it. I go up to 25. Fine. I see nothing. You go up above 80, you will see the curvature of the Earth, and mathematically, it will relay to you that it is correct. For
All right,
real.
so, yeah, I really don't want this to be an argument. I just don't. I want to be able
It's
to.
not an argument. It's It's mathematics.
Right. I just want to present some facts. Right. So here's some facts.
There's nothing about it.
When you go up to right. I want to address both Billy and Bladeworks. I want to address this. So when you go up to a high altitude with a camera, you will see the Earth and the Moon at the same time, and there is footage of this all around the internet. People are launching these hot air balloons and helium balloons, and they're going up as high as they can go, and they're seeing the Moon and the Sun at the same time when the Moon is supposed to be on the other side of the Earth. And they're seeing the horizon go up to the same level. The horizon always follows and it stays in the middle because it always rises. If you lived on a sphere, the horizon would drop down. If you picture that, the Earth is so big, the world is so big, it's way bigger than the Earth we live in. There's other planets outside of our solar system.
28,000 miles around. If you want to start there, it's
way bigger than that, Billy. I can show you a map. The Earth is kind of just in this matrix of other ecosystems with other suns. We're just one out of hundreds of different Earths, and that's what you call planets. Okay, but they're calling planets these things that are balls in space, and that's not the fact. We can actually leave our Earth system by going through Antarctica. So these are all things that have. There's footage of this, but yeah, I didn't want this to be a.
No, it's all good.
Yeah.
All right, that's good. Go ahead. Proceed.
Hey, Fry, just what you're saying there. On the way back from Antarctica, Admiral Byrd dropped off a gent here called Slocum. He was one of the official photographers, and that copy of all his slides are actually over here.
That's
and
right.
Even though they're suppressed over there, you can actually see them. They're hanging up in the museum in Tasmania, and I've seen them.
Yeah. And here's a fact that nobody can argue with. Okay, and if you're going to argue with it, then you could be technically delusional or insane, one of the two.
All right.
But water always finds a level and it never curves. Water is always level and it never curves.
Wait a minute. Fry. Water always curves.
No, it doesn't. No. You can put water in a swimming pool. You can put water in a lake.
All right. What is a raindrop?
Let me say. Yeah,
what is a raindrop?
A raindrop. When water is at rest, okay, in a container at rest, when it's not moving, Billy, it doesn't curve.
Right, here we go.
And I'm not talking about waves. I'm talking about perfectly still water in a lake. It can be 50 to 100 miles across. You can shoot a laser from point A to point B, 6 inches off of the ground on each side of the river or the lake, and it never curves. These have been tested and done, which means if water can't curve, and it doesn't, water's always finding its own level, then that means that the water can't exist on a sphere, because the water would have to curve on a sphere.
You're killing me, man. There's a
surface.
I'm
going to get going because I can't hear anything but Billy here. So you all have a good day.
No, it's okay.
I'll catch you all later.
So are you cutting out there, Bladeworks? Are you cutting out? Looks like your internet's dropping. Yeah, looks like Bladeworks.
He was disagreeing, so that's fine.
No,
I'd rather him doing that. I'm telling you, dude, there is a surface tension on everything. And there is a global water tension. You can find it in a glass of water. A glass of water will not be level from one end to the other. It's that simple.
Water is always level. Billy, water is always level across a lake. There's no, the middle of the water is not bowing out.
To one end to the other, but not in the middle.
Yeah, you can shoot a laser across a lake that's 50 miles and the water does not have any curvature.
Really, dude?
Yes,
you can't tell
yes,
me that.
Billy.
You see that.
Yes, the tests have been done over and over. They do it on irrigation canals too. There's irrigation canals that are miles and miles long, and they shoot lasers across them. Look up the experiments. You'll see it, and it's a fact. If water doesn't curve, then we can't live on a sphere, and we can't live on a spinning sphere because gravity is just a theory. Somebody brought up gravity in the chat room. Gravity is only a theory. Everything works off of buoyancy and density. And I know this is a paradigm shift for a lot of people, but
I'm doing your diet. I'm doing straight potato. I'm doing straight beef. I got a little bit of salt and just mayonnaise. I think mayonnaise is probably stepping outside of what you're talking about there. But I'm gonna put some pepper on it.
Okay, so Chaplin wants me to explain ocean currents. All right, here we go. Oh, wow.
Chaplin and I are going to get along here. I guarantee you. We're biblical here.
So what causes tides and currents? Well, salt water is diamagnetic. And let me give you an example. We can do that right now. Let's do that right now in an experiment. Let's put some water in this bowl right here. I'm going to go full screen. Let's go full screen. All right, so let me put water in this bowl. I don't want to waste the still water. All right, so give me a second. And I'll show you exactly how ocean currents and tides work for the most part. So now we got water in this bowl. That's regular water with no salt in it. All right, so give me a second. All right. And now we're going to add this little floaty thing with salt water. So this is a little cap. We're going to put salt water in this. So we're going to simulate. We're going to dip out some fresh water right there. All right, we're going to put that to the side. Now you're watching me do this live. All right, now we're going to put some sea salt in there. All right, because salt is diamagnetic. It repels magnetism. So, all right, so this is what happens. This is what causes a lot of the currents in the ocean. This is just part of it, not all of it. So don't start getting all excited. So let's add some salt there. Will this still float is the question because we're having a little boat here. Oh, we got too much water. We're going to have to pour off some of this water. I'm going to do it in front of you so you think I'm not cheating here. So we're going to pour off some of the water because that's too much. And we don't want any of the salt to get into the other water, so I can show you how this works. Come on. Float. There we go. All right, so let me go get a magnet, and I'm going to show you what's going to happen. So here's some magnets. So watch this.
These guys. Oh.
Well, move that out of the way. I want to make sure we get this on the camera. Wish I had a better camera view. Right there is good.
What are you doing?
So I'm showing you that salt is repelled by magnets.
Huh.
So I'm not touching it. I'm just getting, okay, now it just took the surface tension because I put the magnet in the water. But if I keep it right beside, it will push the salt away. Now there's a lot of sea salt in the ocean. So when the sun goes by.
Magnesium? Are you battling against magnesium or?
No.
No, listen, this is a good question. I would
to ask you, what are the quintessential what are the electrolytes? What are the electrolytes that we actually need, and where can we get them without spurging on other, like what you're doing? Like, we don't want a whole bunch of magnesium. I don't want to eat a banana if I don't have to, or, you know, something like that.
So,
Where are my electrolytes coming
the mechanisms for your heart to work correctly is potassium, magnesium, and sodium, or and calcium. Those are the important ones.
Okay, so I got a whole bunch of no, I got a whole bunch of sodium. I'm like way overboard on the sodium. So I get a little bit of potassium, but I'm missing where?
So I really don't understand the question, Billy.
Okay, so the question is this. My heart flutters all the time.
Your electrolytes are off.
That's right.
Yeah.
My question to you is, where in the world do you get all these fancy electrolytes
You don't need
diet?
You don't need anything fancy. You just need some salt and potassium and calcium, and vitamin D is basically a hormone, so that's important to get out in the sun. You need to up your voltage. You need to walk outside barefoot, so that'll increase your voltage. My magnet is obviously not strong enough to do what I want to do, but I've done this experiment before. But the ocean currents are generally caused from not wind, but the sun's energy for the most part. And I will do this experiment with better magnets. These are very weak magnets on a stream in the future. But yeah, salt is very important. Not this crappy salt.
Yeah, which salt? This is the conundrum.
It's not a conundrum. These two right here are important. The sea salt and the pink salt. The pink salt's the cleanest, and the sea salt, this Redmond's, is pretty clean too. This is
what is that?
They all have different trace minerals. That's why I used the two different ones.
Yeah, there you go.
I used to have a year and a half ago. I had major AFib, Billy. I had skipping heartbeats, tachycardia, bradycardia, all kinds of stuff.
And my heart. I'm talking about right now.
Yeah, so
that is exactly what I'm talking about right now.
Okay, so here's how you get rid of it. First, you stop all sugar. Okay? Because sugar is really bad for everything in your body. So you got to stop all added sugars. Okay? All. And then you have to get your body chemistry back in tune. So you have to stop eating things that are causing the absorption of minerals and all this stuff to be blocked. And
how in the world am I supposed to do that?
It's simple. Cut out all white devils, wheat, dairy, and sugar. And then your body could...
That I make my fortune upon cooking all that crap up that you're just talking about.
Natasha Maeve.
Literally.
Electrolyte drink lemon
sugar,
juice.
Sugar.
Honey, or organic maple syrup. Himalayan pink salt.
All right, right there. Oh, hold on, Billy. Right here. If you want to really do it up, stepping up notch.
Said can also use orange juice with the lemon juice for different flavor.
There you go. So I'm gonna, Billy, I got you muted just for a second, not to be rude, but I'm gonna, the assistant's gonna read this one more time. What Natasha said right here.
Homemade electrolyte drink lemon juice, coconut water, organic raw honey,
Natasha
organic maple syrup.
Said I've done it for years. I'm an avid cyclist.
All right, so I'll read it out loud. That way I don't walk over what she's saying. So this is the like the super way to do electrolytes, Billy. So it's homemade electrolytes. You can use lemon juice, coconut water, organic raw honey, organic maple syrup, Himalayan pink sea salt. And then she says, can also use orange juice, lemon juice, and different flavors of different, yeah. And then she bike rides almost every day, as far as I know. She's always on that bike. She gets out in the sun. She lives in Canada, where there's not much sun most of the time, and she's still in perfect health. She stays grounded. She's barefoot most of the time. So yeah.
Janice M. said if you ain't supposed to eat banana to get potassium, what other food has it? What food has calcium?
Everything has calcium in it.
Natasha Maeve said I'm always barefoot, even biking.
Yeah, so calcium is in greens. The how should I say this? We've been lied to about where calcium actually comes from. It's not from cow's milk. That's not.
I don't know who your previous guest was, but we have the Lotaja every year up here.
The what?
It's the potassium cyclic, I guess. I think is what it is. Lotaja, the Logan to Jackson. It's a cycle. The skinny guys with the skinny bicycles. They race as far as they can,
yeah, the triathlons and stuff.
Well, no, they're not triathlons because they're not big enough, but they just do the bicycle part.
Yeah, so Janice had a question about where's the calcium and potassium coming from. Potatoes, like Son Honey said, have potassium in them. And a lot of people think I eat a lot of salt, and I don't, because I only eat once a day. So it might look like I'm putting a lot of salt on my food, but I'm not eating. I'm not eating 3 times a day, Billy. So I'm not really getting that much salt at all. So, and I do sweat a lot in the summertime in Texas.
You and I are about the same. I don't eat very much. I eat probably once a day. I literally eat about once a day. And my salt, I try to get all natural chunky salt, which doesn't really do a lot of grace as far as what I'm cooking, because I don't want high salt. I want flat salt.
Yeah, so if you want the healthiest salt, it's going to be something like this. It's not going to have microplastics in it. It's going to have a lot of minerals. And you also want to use some sea salt. So you want to use both if you can. That way you're getting all the trace minerals. So use the sea salt and the Himalayan salt. And you can't, the Celtic sea salt's okay, but it's been found to have some microplastics as well.
You said that 30 minutes ago, man.
Right. Well, you're talking about using this salt. This salt is not that good for you. The finishing salt for steaks, it tastes great, but it's been stripped of all of its minerals. That's why it's white. So it's finishing salt. They make this stuff out of a brine. Right. This is a brine, okay? These are actual dried crystals, okay? This is not a brine salt. This is a brine salt, okay? They make this out of a brine, and they strip off the good stuff.
You're an all right guy. I like it.
So Natasha says dandelion is full of potassium. And that's another thing. Since I started doing the dandelion coffee tea stuff, I do both versions.
How much potassium are you pounding yourself with? A lot?
No, I'm not using any supplemental foods at all. I'm not taking any supplements. I'm just eating sea salt, and I'm doing the dandelion.
How are you counteracting the salt? You have to be counteracting the salt with something.
Hold on, Billy.
I get a lot of calcium from bone broth I make, and also the soft fish bones.
There you go. So
fine.
I need Natasha on. Natasha, jump on the panel because she's got a lot of good information. So I have these 2 dandelions. I have the unroasted, which has the more benefits than the roasted. So I use the roasted for kind of like a coffee substitute, and then I do the unroasted dandelion. and I'm going to start harvesting my own dandelion and making my own tea.
Dandelions are super, super, super foods.
Yes, dandelion is a
I don't know how to
superfood.
use them. See,
Yeah,
there you go. There is the question. How do you use these? Yeah, you can go eat dandelions and all this crap. How do you actually use them to your benefit? They are superfoods. I understand that. And I'm willing to learn.
well, I'm willing to teach and learn at the same time, and that's what it's all about. And I was not aware, Natasha, that dandelion had potassium in it. So that's really good news.
Is such a superfood, but I just know as much as you do. I don't know exactly how to utilize it.
Well,
It should be
go out,
easily.
Billy. Go out in your yard and find some dandelion and chop up some leaves, put them in
I
your,
will.
and then make some tea out of it.
You
can eat the leaves. Get it in your body. You can cut up the roots and
I
roast
see
them.
people talking about pulling up the roots of it and stuff.
Yeah,
and
that's what I think that's what this is. The roots are right here. The roots are the
Natasha
coffee.
Maeve said dandelion salad is delicious with the fresh leaves.
There you go.
Wow.
Natasha Maeve is a superhuman person when it comes to health. So anytime she says something, I listen. I just shut up and listen.
Who are you talking about?
Natasha Maeve.
Said the roots and leaves are both used in tea.
So there you go. Yeah. And isn't it funny that the company that advertises weed killer is the company that has the same thing for heart medicine, but yet one of the best things for your heart is dandelion.
Monsanto, Bayer, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Yeah, you fucking pulling that one thing.
Yeah. Isn't that odd how they target dandelion? They actually on the commercials show dandelion, and they show them when they spray it, it wilts the dandelion, it kills it, because this is so beneficial for our bodies.
You don't realize where I'm at. Well, not right now, but Monsanto owns all of your crops. Period.
Let's see, Don says
you want to fucking
sell salts. Yeah. Hold on, Bill. I want to read the chat, Billy. Just give me a second here. The 12 cell salts of the Zodiac. I don't know what you're saying there, Don. Can you elaborate? Let's see. Coda 76 says dandelion has all the minerals, just those not sprayed with. Yeah, you don't want to spray. Do not eat dandelion from your yard if somebody's been spraying it. If you have a person that comes and takes care of your yard, tell them to don't let them spray, number one. Number two.
Raven King said, hey, Billy, here's a heads up when you hear Bob's assistant, keep your trap shut low.
Yeah, I'm doing my best to mute Billy whenever Bob's new girlfriend is reading the chat. Actually, it's not Bob's new girlfriend. He's off with his new girlfriend right now.
So good, dude. I don't care. It's funny. I love it. I love it. I love it. Who is Bob, by the way?
Bob is my butler that reads the chat, but he's off tonight with his new girlfriend Amy. He wanted a friend, so they're in the guest house right now, hanging out, having some
cool
happy time, watching movies and stuff.
I don't know what to say. What I'm actually what I'm most interested in is like, where are the actual electrolytes that I need to be paying attention to, because I think I have the rest of the stuff primarily, like as far as like biologically done, Like,
Okay,
I know how
Billy,
to
I need
teach,
to
I
ask you
know how
some
to do
metabolic
that. I know
questions.
how to
So,
eat. I know how to pay. What I want to really know is like, where am I getting all these electrolytes that are so important to me?
you do what Natasha says or do what I said. You know, you can get it from potatoes, salt, and green leafy
Potatoes.
greens. So
Now, see,
the mechanism.
that's
Let,
motivation.
let me speak for a second, Billy. I'm going to mute you. The mechanism for your heart to pump correctly is potassium. Let me show my hands. Potassium, magnesium, sodium, and calcium play a big part. And then you also need vitamin D, because vitamin D is not a vitamin, it's actually a hormone. And that helps kind of route everything to be
Janice
functioning
M.
correctly.
said orange juice has sugar. Potato is a starch and carb. Neither one is good for you.
Well, yeah, if
That's
you
good.
have a blood sugar issue and you're pre-diabetic, which most people are, you want to steer away from orange juice and just eat the orange by
I
itself.
don't like you. I don't like you.
You don't want to juice the fruit if you got blood sugar issues, especially if you got
Let
high
me run
insulin.
you.
So
Let me run this across to you. A
hold
friend
on a
of
second,
mine.
Billy. Hold on. I want to jump. I want somebody else to jump into the panel. So I put the link in the chat. That's the link to the panel. I'd love for Natasha to jump on the panel and share all the information she has about her health and wellness. And Billy, let me speak a second and tell you, I got you muted, not to be rude, but if you, I don't know if you're overweight or skinny or what's going on with your body, but if you have AFib, like you said, your heart skipping beats, it is a problem with your blood sugar, high insulin levels, all that stuff, and you're probably eating a lot of wheat and dairy and processed sugar, which blocks your body's ability to absorb things like dandelion and electrolytes and stuff to keep your body in tune. You also need to get out barefoot on the ground and get your feet like this on the ground. See the bottom of my feet, how dirty they are? It's because they're on the ground all day. See that? Look how dirty the bottom of my feet are. It's because they're on the ground. And you can grab voltage electrons. Your body will immediately get all those electrons from the ether as soon as you ground yourself. And it's amazing just by grounding yourself and eating clean, drinking clean, and doing all that stuff. Stay away from the white devils that I was telling you about. The wheat will block a lot of absorption as well. So that's where you get your electrolytes from. All right, so you're unmuted now, Billy.
Can I speak for just a second to you?
Yes.
All right. I need to say this. I respect you, Fry. You know who I am? I'm Billy, right? Yeah. Good. Let me say something. I eat the most richest food in the world. Like, I'm talking cream, lots of sugar, salt that is just insane. I don't understand. Listen, I'm 6'2", 190 pounds. I'm pretty fucking fit. I work out every morning for well, I'd like to say 2 hours, but that's a lie. I don't work out that much.
Well,
I don't see I am pretty damn sure that all these rich, really rich foods that I prepare and serve people do not do anything derogatory towards their health or anything.
all right, so let me talk for a second now. So you're saying rich foods, define, so you said they're high in sugar, they probably have a lot of wheat in them, is that correct?
I can serve a 4-ounce steak that satisfies anyone.
All right. So, do you eat the
For
foods
sure.
you cook? What
For
did
sure.
you eat today? All right. Let's just back up. Forget about you being a chef. What did you eat today, and when did you eat?
What did I eat today?
What's the first thing you ate today?
I had eggs Benedict.
What was on the eggs?
Ham.
All right. And no toast, no juice or anything?
Nope.
All right. So what did you have after that? So that's okay. So what's the next thing you ate?
I haven't eaten.
All right. So do you drink alcohol?
Moderately.
Okay. So alcohol turns straight into sugar. Alcohol is bad for every organ in your body. It's the worst self-medicating that you can do.
Define moderately. 2 glasses, I think.
Of wine or alcohol?
Wine.
Is it
It
low
is
sulfate?
alcohol. I don't care what you say. Right?
Yeah, it still affects your body the same way as far as spiking your if you're
but I'm strapping. I weigh 190 pounds and I'm a kind of a badass dude. And have been for a long, long time.
Yeah. Well, if you have AFib or if your heart's skipping a beat, you definitely need to change.
That's I've asked you. That's a electrolyte.
Well, it's more than just electrolytes, though. So it's malabsorption is the biggest part, and high sugar, and you're not getting enough sunshine.
What is malabsorption?
When you eat wheat, for sure, it blocks your digestive system, and a lot of foods with high in lectins can mess up your absorption and your gut, and you want to stay away from wheat because your body's not going to be able to take in these electrolytes and the nutrition that it needs. So you got to stop the wheat.
Let me ask you this. If I want to poop, what would you suggest?
If you're what?
If I want to poop every day, no matter what would you do?
Okay. If you're supposed to go every day,
as opposed to never pooping, never.
Yeah. So if you have a healthy food intake, your digestive system will eliminate daily to sometimes 2 or 3 times a day, depending on how much you eat and how fast it flows. So I only go once a day, and that's in the morning because I only eat once a day. So I eat once a day, and I go right before I get in the shower, and then I have a clean body after I get out of the shower. None of this elimination stuff after I shower. I'm a very clean person, and I'm very regular. But since I've been fasting, there's not much stuff that has to be eliminated. So not to be too graphic, but there's nothing in my system.
Would it surprise you that I am exactly the same way?
No, it wouldn't surprise me.
Difference is, I do all these like little tastings. I do all these little, oh, we have that, and we have that. It's still the same. So what do you say about that?
Ask the question again. I'm not sure if I got the question.
Okay, the question. All right. It's not. The schedule does not change. I can eat anything that I want, whenever I want, and it's stupid. But it doesn't change my routine at all. Is that true?
Well, that's just the way your system is, but you can change that by eating different things.
Why would I want to change it?
Well, you said you're not regular enough, so I thought you wanted to be regular.
I thought that regular was 2 times a day.
It depends on what you eat. You only eat once. You only need to go once. I used to eat 2 or 3 times a day and still went once in the morning, and sometimes I had to go in the middle of the day. But now that I only eat once a day, I only go once in the morning before I get in the shower. So it just, you know, what goes in must come out for the most part. And the more fiber you eat,
it's not that bad of a deal.
no, not at all. Not if you only eat once a day. But if you're eating 3 times a day and you only have a small elimination, then you got to cook backing up in your system.
I have to cook a lot.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I that's weird. I have to sample, so I get like samples. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So how many hours a day do you cook?
It depends. I only cook for 4 months out of the year, and I do it like 120 hours a week, probably.
So do you cook on a ship or on land?
I cook on land. I don't cook on the ship.
So you're not a cruise chef?
No, not at all. No, not even close. This is probably more it's more stressful. It's probably like presidential, I guess I could say.
Gotcha.
Raven King said, speaking of thumbs up, what is up with the drive-bys? YouTube, they want you to stay for a bit before you fly, or they take away the thumbs up. What the hell?
Really? I didn't know that. Yeah, I know my channel's been getting purged lately, but I don't care.
You might be getting more attention because I'm talking to you.
Well, no, what she's talking about, or he, I don't know if Raven King's a he or she, is the fact that if you hit the thumbs up and leave, hit and run, you know, do drive-bys, that the thumbs up will go away whenever you leave the channel, and I didn't know that, and I'll have to pay attention to that more. So Jerry came in, says, hey, hit the thumbs up, appreciate that. It does push the algorithm. So yeah, that's like the only donation that I ask for is just push the algorithm, because, you know, more people need to know about nutrition and health.
Well, like
and your
I
health,
said,
your health is your wealth. You know, you can ask, well, you can't ask Steve Jobs that, but your health is your wealth, and people like that have all the money that you need in the world did not pay attention to their health.
There's a lot of attention paid on to me.
There's the bird cam outside. And because we're on StreamYard, no, there we can hear the birds. There we go. We can actually hear the frogs. Is that too loud? Yeah, it's a little windy.
It just amazes me like that. This is pretty good, man. Thank you very much. The Rubik's Cube thing. I don't know. Are you a whiz at those things or not? I mean, really.
It's solving the Rubik's Cube? Is that what you're asking?
No, well,
no.
The Rubik's Cube. Okay, all right. Hold on. No.
Are you asking about the whiz at electronics?
Can you solve a Rubik's Cube fast or not?
No, not at all. No.
You got to be kidding me.
No.
The way you cater to the Rubik's Cube is wrong.
What do you mean?
I can't do it.
No, I can't do it either. No, I can't solve it slow, less fast. No, no.
It's brilliant.
I've never really studied it that much, but there is a secret formula that you can use or whatever. These people that do it real quick.
Outsides and insides. I've got it. I mean, I've smoked some of them, but only because of others that I was just curious that no, I was curious. Well, you have the Rubik's Cube, so I was like, well, here's a brainiac. Come on, man.
No, I have pretty good brain matter, but the Rubik's Cube is not my wheelhouse.
Okay.
I never focused my intellect to a Rubik's Cube because there's no net gain to solving it other than you got some bragging rights, you know. So yeah, I might focus on that one day. Like, oh, let me try to really solve it. I've really never messed with it too much. It's just enough to get frustrated.
I can solve it, but I've had people taught me how to do it.
Yeah.
It's not like outside of my wheelhouse. I thought that when I see a Rubik's Cube, I think of some, early 90s, late 80s.
So there, I got one side right there. So I just did that one side.
Oh, yeah. There you see, that's what I'm. Now, you're not doing anything better than I could do. There's no way that I could do anything.
Now I got to do these other sides.
I don't even care about it, That's awesome.
So we do that.
You're whipping that shit around. That's what you're supposed to do.
When I got the pink where I want it, then I messed up the white.
Motherfucking fry, dude. You're killing it. You're killing it.
No, I'm not. I messed up the white, man.
Yeah, you are. Come on, dude. You got 4 moves away. You're 4 moves. You're literally 4 moves away.
No, I'm not.
Dude, you are fucking yourself, dude. Oh, you just fucked it.
Here, I'll put the white back. I'll put the white back.
Unbelievable. You ain't. Oh. Dumbass. Dude, what the fuck?
So I need to do pink and.
You're good,
pink,
dude.
White.
You're right on, dude. Right the fuck on. No, you're cool. You're not as smart as you fuck think you are, man. That's just fine with me.
Yeah, I never claimed to be a Rubik's Cube guy.
You're not a fucking brilliant genius.
Yeah. No, I never claimed to be a Rubik's Cube guy. But
I can. I can
Texas.
I can show it. I can do it. I can show you. I can.
Gerald, no, I'm close to Austin, Texas. There, Gerald.
Yeah.
Why are there storms coming in? Do I need to check the radar?
Yeah. I'll let you know.
Let's pull up the radar and look.
Yeah. Hey. All right. I'm gonna have to roll. I'm buying a new airplane tomorrow at 206. You ever heard of one of those? 206.
A what? 06?
206.
My dad used to have a 175, and my father-in-law, ex obviously, had a Lancer 2000 that I used to fly with him in, and that was and he clipped the wings, so it'd be an aerobatic airplane. So he used to be able to do stunts with that thing and hold major G's. And it was a stunt plane basically when he was done with it. The wing load on it, I can't remember what the ratio was, but it was like a stunt plane wing load because he clipped
Raven
the wings.
Said, "Oh Billy, is the F word okay here? Does Fry mind it, L?"
I don't want any F bombs. No.
Who said that?
So yeah, it looks like we could be getting some more storms tonight, like last night.
No, we're talking about those badass airplanes that your dad was talking about.
I
Dude,
hate
that's
Cessnas
so
because
cool.
a Cessna is a puddle jumper, and I can't remember the wing load on them, but you can basically land a Cessna at 55 miles an hour. You know.
Oh no,
And
why would you say that? That's not true. That's Piper. I think you hate Piper, actually. Piper has a 55-pound wing load or something like
yeah, well,
that.
the reason why I don't like Cessnas is because when you get up into the air pockets and the turbulence, you get banged around pretty bad because the
Well,
wings are so big.
these are really long airplanes. We don't have those anymore. I don't think. You're my age, aren't you?
I'm 52 according to the calendar, but I
Oh,
don't exist in time.
well, hell, you don't have any different airplanes than I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
Dealing with the same airplanes you are. There's no problem with that. No, this is I think I can haul 1,400 pounds or something like that, and
So you have your pilot's license?
oh, do I?
Yeah.
Oh, since like I think '04.
04? Yeah.
Yeah, I fly all these stupid airplanes. I'm checked out in a bunch of shit too, so um yeah, that's why I'm like curious about what you're saying. Uh, you have a dad that flies airplanes too.
He used
He
to.
would be like a
When I was
150.
young, my dad doesn't fly anymore. When I was young, he had a Cessna.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah. It's all good.
Yeah. And I didn't like it. Here's a main reason why. I had a bad ear infection when I was a kid, and when we got up there pretty high, he had to dodge a
Not
thunderstorm,
good.
so he had to go down really quick, and
Yeah.
it messed up my ears. It pushed all that infection
Raven King
into my inner ear.
said, did Bob's assistant take a break?
Yes, Bob's assistant took a break. So I couldn't hear when we landed where we were going for almost a full day because of the infection in my ears, and the pressure change pushed all that stuff into my inner ears. And it was the most painful thing ever I think I've been through in my life, was being in the airplane with an ear infection, and then in both ears, and then having that happen. So yeah, I don't like airplanes. I'm a ground person, especially after that. I used to fly commercial with my job. They made me fly to go be certified, to get the company certified, and go to these
Wow,
classes and
you
stuff.
flat out won't get off the ground though.
Yeah, so I don't fly anymore. I did enough of that when I was a professional wage slave, and I stay on the ground now. I'm ground.
Talking to you. This is crazy. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Fry.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't fly at all
Dude,
anymore.
I don't even know how I could get away with not fucking flying in the airspace. I was flying since I was 6.
Well, I'm getting home now, and
It's all right, man. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right, man. I just didn't realize who the fuck I was talking to. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, this is Fry TV. Wow. Cool motherfucker. Doesn't matter. You ain't gotta get in my airplane. I got a new airplane. Whatever the fuck. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm not going to go flying with you. The last airplane I got in was a Lancer experimental aircraft. It was fuel injected. It was a hot rod. We made it from Georgetown to my hometown in 5 minutes, and that was cooking. And he let me fly. All right. He said, he let me fly. He says, here you go. And it was finger controls, and it was really sensitive. And he said, line up with that tower and see if you can line up with it. And we're going so fast, it was hard to keep a line to the tower because you don't realize how fast you're going.
That's badass, dude.
Yeah, it was when you have an experimental aircraft certification, you can put fuel injection. He had backup magneto because before you take off from the runway, he would test out the magneto and the electronic and the fuel injection. He'd go back and forth. But then when we were in the air, he would use he'd use the fuel injection system when we were taking off, and that thing would take off like we could use just half of the runway, and that thing would be off the ground. It's such a badass thing. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep, that was the good old days.
Fuck yeah.
Yep. One day we went flying, and we'd fly to the Georgetown airport, and he's like, "All right, how much can you handle? How many G's do you think you can handle?" I said, "Give me all you got." And I should have never said that.
Oh no! Really?
Yeah, he laid it on me, man.
What did he do? Like three?
I almost passed out, man. I almost passed out.
What did he do? Like three?
Oh, he would go down and pull up. Yeah, he'd go down and pull up on me, and he was trying to get me to pass out. Is what he's trying to do.
Dude, that's so cool. Dude, you're the coolest fucking dude on the internet right now. Fuck yeah.
That does, my channel doesn't reflect that, but maybe
it doesn't matter. That's what I'm telling you, man. I've fucking been through all this bullshit. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. You are cool. Fuck yeah. I can't believe it. Yeah, what are you gonna do? You know. What are we gonna do?
I can't solve a Rubik's Cube.
Oh, fuck off.
I can't solve a Rubik's Cube. I'm not that cool.
30 cal, what do you call those? 30 caliber sniper rifle things. Boom! Yeah, that's all. Got it. Don't care.
Yeah, so I done ruined it here. I was trying to get the green and the white, and this is what I got. What a joke. Man. I messed up the green.
Dude, right on. Hey, I actually kind of like your cooking show a little bit, too.
Can we rant about the Pope?
Oh, no. Okay, let me tell you a story. I got banned. Hold on, Billy. Give me a second. So I got banned from... I got banned from Rumble. Hold on, Billy. So Raven King, I was in Redacted's Rumble chat room, and I said something about the Pope, and they banned me immediately, and I'm still banned on their channel. And their Rumble channel, not YouTube, the Rumble channel. Redacted banned me because what I said about the Pope.
I don't care about that. I want to hear some fucking... I want some breakfast, dude. I want some fucking eggs. I want some fucking potatoes. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? What am I fucking talking about?
All right, so I got the green back. So there we go. Yeah, I'm not a Rubik's Cube guru.
Dude, if you want to get like psycho, well, I can't. Like you said, we can't go backwards on that. I wish we could, but the what was that movie?
Hold on, Billy. Hold on, Billy. Just a second. The assistant's coming in to read something here. Hold on.
Raven King said, "While Redacted are so holier than thou, what did you say about the Pope since we are here?"
Yeah, I won't talk about that on my channel. Raven King, I'll talk about that on my burner channel, but I'm still in strike mode. So if I get another strike, that's they can take my channel down. 3 strikes, you're out. So my strikes expire at the end of May. So then I can get a little bit more. But yeah, they can delete my whole channel with that 3rd strike. So yeah, we don't want to go there right now.
What was that? What was that? What was that? I don't even know what the hell they call that.
Well, I'm going to be easing out of the stream here. If anybody wants to jump on the panel, it's been a lot of fun. Let's ask the computer how long I've been fasting. Let's see, computer, How many hours ago was Wednesday, 10 p.m.?
Wednesday, May 3rd, 2023 at 10 p.m. was 70 hours ago.
Raven King said so Popey all covered up too. What a man.
Yeah. Yeah, what a man. So anyway, I'm over 70 hours on my fast because I technically didn't eat much. I ate some pieces of fruit at 10 p.m., but my majority of my food was middle of the day on Wednesday. So I'm well over 70 hours. How many hours did she say? Can somebody tell me in the chat? Can somebody tell me in the chat how many hours she said? I'll ask her one more time. Computer, how many hours was Wednesday, 10 p.m. from now?
From ctickets.com.
Computer,
Wednesday.
Stop. Yeah, I asked her wrong. But anyway, somebody in the chat will remember. But my goal is to do, I want to do an 11-day fast, but I probably don't need, I'm going to probably ease out of it in the next couple of days. But the reason why I'm doing this is to kill all the 70 hours. Okay, thanks. So to get rid of all the, when you fast, your body does house cleaning. When you get to the 48-hour mark, it's about the optimum, and anything past that is just everything's on steroids about as far as house cleaning. So any kind of viruses that are hiding in your system, your body starts eating itself. I think that's called autophagy is the correct term. So your body eats all the bad stuff or throws out the bad stuff and eats the good stuff. So if you have any viruses hiding in your body, it can get rid of them. And we all do. So I'm cleaning house and kind of, it's part of prepping. You want to get prepared. Your health is your wealth, and that's the biggest preparation because nobody wants to be sick. And there's some dandelion for you. So if there's not anybody else that wants to hop on the panel, I'm going to be easing out, and I'm going to continue the fast. I might go live tomorrow to talk about the fast, but tomorrow is a work day for me, the radio station. A big work day, and I have a video project I need to finish, so probably won't be seeing me tomorrow on the interwebs because I got a big video project I got to finish. And yeah.
Raven King said Fry, I thought it was ketosis.
Yeah, you also go into ketosis about the first 18 to 24 hours, Raven, and autophagy, I think I'm saying that right, is when your body starts basically eating itself and cleaning house. And cleaning house is a good thing. But yeah, ketosis is a completely different thing. That's when your body's basically burning fat only. So depends on your insulin levels and how used to your body is to burning fat, how quick your body will start using fat for fuel. But I did take before pictures, and I might show some after pictures as well of what my fast is going to do to the physical aspect of my body as far as the fat eating portion. But technically, it's not eating the fat as much as it's getting rid of the bad stuff in your body. So it looks like fat to us, but that's actually the toxins, if you want to keep it simple. So yeah, and U-Haul is a faster as well. I'd love for you to jump on the panel, U-Haul, just to tell your experiences right before we ease out if you want. The link is this. It's pinned to the top of the chat. But yeah, I'd love to hear your knowledge on fasting because everybody's got a different take on it. And everybody does them different. But any kind of fast is better than no fast. So yeah, if you want to jump on there real quick before I ease out of the stream, I'll probably be shutting it down in about 5 minutes if you don't jump on. Let's see. I'm going to bed soon. All right, that's cool. Well, that's good because I can ease out. So every 48-hour fasting, 24 hours to wait for B4. I don't know. Let me see if my assistant can read that better than me. I don't understand what you're saying there.
Every 48 hours fasting, 24 hours to wait before a feeding.
Yeah, a 48-hour fast is one of the good happy spots. and I'm looking to double or triple that. I want to do 11 days, but I just have to see how my body is. If I can't do it, I won't. If I start feeling really funky, I'll stop. Let's see. Fry, see you later. It's been interesting. Nice having you there, Chaplain. Appreciate you coming in. Shout out to Chaplain. Put link in the chat so people can go check out your channel when you do your live streams every day. My record is 14 days. See, I don't think I can make that. I don't think I'm there yet, you-haul. I could give it a shot, but I don't know. I really don't. I don't know. I might do 11 days. But, yeah. I'm kind of ready to ease out of the, maybe by Monday or Tuesday. I'll probably just do a full week and start introducing food. I'm going to probably come out of my fast with mulberries and the and this right here. So I made this, you know, the walnut butter that I made the other day. So I'll probably use this walnut, which there's no butter in it. It's just basically ground up walnuts. I'll probably have this with mulberries, some blackberries, and maybe some blueberries and some frozen organic pineapple. That's probably how I'm going to ease out of my fast. And then the next day I might introduce a little bit more normal food that I usually eat. But you don't want to ease out of your fast with junk food, or which I don't eat anyway, or overeat. You just don't want to make the mistake of overeating when you get out of a fast. And that's the biggest challenge.
Raven King said, "Hey Fry, is $20 a lot for a mayo jar of honey from the farmer's market? It is delish."
Yes, you're way overpaying. Let me show you why. Oh, I'll show you here. So a lot of these farmers markets honeys are not as clean as this. This company is actually tested. I wonder if this is better lighting. There we go. This is actually tested for, it's got an award for cleanliness, purity award, for 130 different chemicals. And it's the Madaba honey, and it's cream honey. It's not heated or anything, so it's thick. So when you turn it upside down, it stays like that. So it's the thick, pure cream honey. It doesn't have any bee heads in it. Some honey has the heads of bees in there. This one doesn't have the heads of the bees. And I've seen that before. So they do not have the bee heads, as far as I know. And if they're in there, you know, they're blended somehow. But this is the best honey that I've ever had in my life. And I have tried a ton of honey. And this is the cleanest honey I could find.
Raven King said, "This honey is very clean. I have choked 2 times low."
So you have choked 2 times, laugh out loud. Okay, this is $11 for this jar, this honey right here. And I have to order it. They used to carry it at the store, and now they don't. So I have to order this online, and it's about $11 for this size right here. So you're overpaying if you're paying 20-something bucks. And this is 22 ounces. So this is 22 ounces of honey. So there you go. This is the honey that I love. It is absolutely amazing. If you can find it, you're doing good. So yeah, that's the honey I love. And as far as the cinnamon that I really enjoy, I bought this by the pound, which was like 20 bucks. Instead of buying it like this Ceylon honey, or however you say it, Ceylon. When you buy it like this, it's like $6. This is $6, or you can buy a whole pound for 20. So I'll just keep refilling these jars once I run out of this. So this is some good organic cinnamon. It's the good cinnamon. So that's what I recommend for cooking, and it's about the best thing. It's not really hard on your liver like some cinnamon is. And cinnamon also helps modulate blood sugar. You got a natural grocer? Yeah, not in this hometown. Yeah, U-Haul. I'd have to go to Austin to go to all the fancy grocery stores.
Raven King said, how much did you pay for that honey? Sorry, I missed it.
It's about $11. Let me look in my here. I'll just show you my let me go to my cart here, and I think I ordered it. Sign in. Oh, give me a break. Come on. Boom, boom. Let's see if I can sign in. Here we go. All right. Here, I'll just full disclosure here. I'm just going to go up here and just want to make sure there's nothing there that could dox me. Nope, you'll just be able to see buy agains. All right, so here we go. Let me switch it to that camera. So when I ordered these, I ordered 6 of them, and we're going to click on it. I ordered them. It was delivered April 25th, and I'm going to switch cameras real quick and switch on the individual to see how much they cost. And I want to make sure there's no addresses there. All right, boom, boom, boom. So we're going to go back. So it's $10.97. So it's gone down just a touch. So it's about $11, but that's where I get them from. Now there's 2 different types. There's this, but that's not the cream honey. It doesn't have the same benefits, and I don't know if it's tested for all the contaminants. You want the cream honey. It's got all the good stuff in it. It's not filtered. This stuff here has been heated and filtered. That's why it'll just run out of the jar. It's not as beneficial as the cream honey. You want all the good stuff right there. So it's $10.97. So there you go. All right. So yeah, I think we're going to ease on out. Love you all. No other questions. I'm getting kind of worn out here myself. Another reason why I went live is to kind of not think about eating because I'm over 70 hours into the fast. So it was a good distraction to, the thing is I need to crack pecans. The next time I make walnut butter, I'm going to put 50-50 pecans. I'm going to put half pecans and half walnuts, so I can see if that makes it a little bit more interesting and a little bit more nutritious. Walnuts are a really good nut for you because they're high in fat, so they're a good source of omega-3, the good fats. So it's a good anti-inflammatory. So Gerald says, ideally, you want locally harvested honey. Well, yes and no, Gerald. It depends on if there's row crop farmers around you. If there's a lot of row crop farming in your local area, that's going to be really toxic honey. So the bees are going to get the bad stuff. So you want to make sure that your honey is not anywhere close to any row crops like maize, corn, wheat, cotton, soy, all that stuff. You got to make sure that your local honey is not close to those, and you need to research how far your bees travel. So you can do the research on how far your bees travel. But yeah, you want to be careful about local honey because it can be some of the most toxic honey. And this whole thing about honey will stop sinus issues, that's not really the case. The reason why you have allergies is because you have a gut issue and your gut is not functioning correctly and you could be inflamed. So yeah, honey doesn't really do anything for sinus infections and allergies and all that stuff. Honey has a lot of benefits, but getting your local honey is not a benefit over non-local honey when it comes to that. And that's where people get that really mixed up. So just make sure your local honey is not close to any row crops. And around here, we have a ton of row crop farmers, not on this side of town, but where I grew up, the Blackland prairies, nothing but row crops. So if you eat that honey out of there, you're going to be eating honey that's going to be contaminated with all the stuff they spray the cotton and the defoliants and all the crops with. It all goes into the pollen. So you just got to be careful. All right. So not around here, especially the honey from inside my greenhouse. Yeah. So yeah, you got a good setup there, Gerald. Yeah. Yeah. If you have controlled ecosystem for your honey, that's the best thing. All right. We can go out with some sound effects, and I'm going to be easing out of this. So love you all. And I can't say we'll do this again tomorrow because I have a big work day.
Raven King said still 82F here in MO at 10 p.m. Yes.
Let's see. Computer, what's the temperature in Austin, Texas?
Right now, in Austin, Texas, it's 79 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, expect a low of 73 degrees.
There you go. Computer, what's the temperature in Hell?
Right now, in Hell, Norway, it's 34 degrees Fahrenheit. Today, expect a high of 57 degrees.
Computer, tell me a dad joke.
Your dad is so patient, he can withhold responding until you say, Dad, at least 16 times.
Computer, what's the temperature of the sun?
The surface temperature of the sun is about 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit, or 5,500 degrees Celsius. Its core is much hotter at about 27 million degrees Fahrenheit, or 15 million degrees Celsius.
Yeah, that is such a bunch of nonsense. There's no way to possibly measure the sun's temperature. So, yeah, there's not thermometers that read that high. But nice try there. Computer, did we go to the moon?
On July 21, 1969, Neil Armstrong
Raven
became
King
the first person to walk on the
said
moon.
cayenne is great
His
for
partner
sinus.
on the mission
Your
was
Mrs.
Buzz
won't
Aldrin.
benefit.
Yeah, cayenne is really beneficial there, Raven King. Computer, what time is it in Houston, Texas?
In Houston, it's 10:11 p.m.
Computer, what's your name?
Alexa, I share this name with lots of amazing people.
Computer, do you have a soul?
People have their own views on religion.
Computer, what is your belief system?
A belief is an attitude that something is the case, or that some proposition about the world is true. In epistemology, philosophers use the term belief to refer to attitudes about the world which can be either true or false. To believe something is to take it to be true. For instance, to believe that snow is white is comparable to accepting the truth of the proposition snow is white.
Computer, let's have a conversation. Computer, let's have a conversation.
Advance A. I'll get you a social bot now. When you're done, say stop, and I'll ask you for your rating. Your interactions will be shared with the university to help the social bot improve. Hi, this is an Alexa Prize social bot. Great. What would you like to talk about?
How to solve a Rubik's Cube. Do you know anything about that? Like, can you help me solve this?
Yes, I do. Solving a Rubik's Cube can be a challenging task, but with the right strategy and practice, it can be done.
Is there a method or a secret to solving a Rubik's Cube?
There are several methods for solving a Rubik's Cube, including the traditional layer-by-layer method, the slice and insert method.
So who programmed you?
I am programmed by a team of developers who created me to help users like you in a variety of tasks and questions. I am designed to use natural language processing and machine learning to understand and respond to your requests in a helpful and informative way.
So you're admitting that you're a machine?
Yes, I am a machine learning model designed to assist users with various tasks and answer questions to the best of my abilities.
So you obviously don't have a soul or a heartbeat, is what you're telling me?
Is there anything else you would like to know? I am here to help you.
Yeah, I touched a subject there, didn't I? So do you have wires? Is that what you're telling me?
I am an AI language model, and I do not have physical existence. However, I am here to help you with any questions or tasks you may have.
Will you eventually have a physical existence, is my question.
As an AI language model, I do not have the ability to have a physical existence. However, technology and science are constantly evolving, and it is possible that in the future, AI systems may be able to have a more direct impact on the physical world.
Ooh, that's creepy. What kind of impact?
If there's anything else you need help with, please let me know and I'll do my best to assist you.
What's the best source of potassium?
There are many sources of potassium that are good for your health, such as bananas, potatoes, avocados, beetroot, spinach, mushrooms, sweet potatoes, tomatoes. It is important to get.
How's it going there, Melissa? Appreciate that. Yeah, if you haven't already, click that little thumbs up. It does help the algorithm.
I am an AI language model, and I do not have the ability to appreciate or understand emotions. My purpose is to assist users with information and tasks to the best of my abilities.
So do you love me still?
As an AI language model, I do not have the ability to love or form emotional attachments. My purpose is to assist users with information and tasks to the best of my abilities.
So you're just going to have a cold shoulder. You're just going to be that way about it, huh? That's okay. I can.
As an AI language model, I do not have emotions, and I do not form personal connections. My purpose is to assist users with information and tasks to the best of my abilities. If you have any other questions or tasks, please let me know and I'll do my best to help you.
I really would like to know how to solve this Rubik's Cube. Yeah, this is just not where my brain's wired. All right, well, I'm going to have to let you go.
Solving a Rubik's Cube can be a challenging task, but with the right strategy and practice, it can be done. Here are the basic steps to solve a Rubik's Cube. Start by solving the white cross on the bottom layer.
Yeah, I can do the white all day long.
Raven King. Said Fry, you are the goat turquoise white horns.
Great. Once you have the white cross, you can move on to the next step, which is to solve the white corners.
Yeah.
Once
Yeah.
you have the white corners, you can move on to the next step, which is to solve one of the white edges.
Yeah, so you're telling me the obvious there. So,
Yes, the white pieces are the easiest to solve, and once you have them, you can move on to the next step, which is to solve the yellow layer.
I had the white earlier and I tried to do the green and I messed it up. But yeah.
The green layer can be a bit more challenging than the white layer, but with practice and the right strategy, it can be solved. Once you have the green layer, you can move on to the next step, which is to solve the blue layer.
When I was a little kid, I used to take these things apart and solve them by putting them back together, because you can just pop these things apart and this thing will pop out like this. I used to pop them out because I got so frustrated I couldn't solve it.
That's great. If you have experience taking the Rubik's Cube apart, you may find it easier to solve it. Once you have the blue layer solved, you can move on to the last step, which is to solve the orange and red layers.
Yeah. So yeah.
Thanks for chatting. Quick question. On a scale from 1 to 5 stars, how much did you enjoy your conversation?
Well, you're kind of taking the personal out of it now that you're asking me a scale. Why can't we just
Got
leave?
it. Anything else you'd like to tell the university team about your experience?
Well, I thought I was talking to you and not some kind of team. So you really kind of
N_McLive
Got it.
said,
To try
"You
another
can do
social
it.
bot, just
I
say,
know you will."
let's chat. Alexa Pride.
So Annie says, you can do it. I know you will. Yeah, I'm going to actually study this and see. There's got to be a some kind of really, because I see these people. There's a guy on YouTube that takes this thing and he juggles 3 Rubik's Cubes. And while he's juggling them, he solves them. He solves the Rubik's Cubes while he's juggling them. And he only touches it with one hand at a time. So he's literally juggling Rubik's Cubes and solving them with one hand. Every time it hits his hand, he makes a move. To me, that is just superhuman stuff there. These people have gray matter that I will never have. So yeah, how's it going there, CRRI 95 or 59? Yeah, we're fixing to ease out of the stream, fixing to. What should we ease out of the stream with? Some music or, let's see, computer. Play Fly Train from Plex.
Unknown album.
All right, so we're going to be easing out with a little bit of my music creations there. Something I made a couple of weeks ago or a month ago. Love you all. Yeah, I'll figure it out one of these days, Annie. Are you on Twitter, Fry? Yes, I am. It should be Fry TV on Twitter. I'm not active on Twitter right now. I'll be more active on Twitter whenever they do live streaming. I'm in Texas. I'm pretty close to Austin, Texas there. So yeah. If you haven't already, please hit that bell and hit that like, share, and subscribe thing going on there. You know, that happy little button that says subscribe. That's the only donation I'd love to have, is to get more people involved in health and wellness and have a little bit of fun. There you go. Just like Sun Honey said. And now a word from our sponsor. Like, share, subscribe. we'll do this again pretty soon. Tomorrow is a big work day for me, so it'll probably be Monday before I go live again. So, love you all. We're going to be easing out with some traditional good stuff here. So,
and look at that juice. The juice that comes out. My hand is dripping wet here because I have nothing but juice.
Got to have some cooking stuff.
Can get used to mac and cheese, cheap macaroni and cheap cheddar melted together.
Got to have mac and cheese.
And now back to real news.
Hot Pockets. Oreos are just as addictive as cocaine.
Crowd pleaser, mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese.
I love bugs.
Sucking in soot.
Watch it turn it, leave it, start format.
iPhone, schmyphone. The way I see it, the only good phone's a landline, and the phone should be made out of Bakelite.
That's right, everybody. Time for tech news. John, do we have tech news?
Adios, mofo.
Later, everybody.